Hello everyone, Kanasa here, and welcome back to another RP-1 career, starting all over again. So, hello everyone that's been in the stream. I just want to say, just before I start this is going to be a blind playthrough in 3 different regards. I'm going to be using Principia for the first time, which is something I've never used before. I'm going to be using Russian engines only, which is something that I've never done before. And of course it's RP-1, the new update to RP-1. So there's a lot that I have no idea whilst going into this stream, into this playthrough. So I'm going to be learning a lot over the course of these streams, so it will be very interesting. But with that being said, let's jump into Kerbal, let's whack some music on in the background, and let's start off this career. So hello everyone that's in the stream chat already. I've seen Hazel Basil, Exo Gaming, Katniss, Alicea, Bill Kerman. I saw Jebediah Kerman as well. So we have 2 of the main 4 with us today. So welcome everyone. Mango, wait, where are the RGB lights? I decided just to go for like white lights. Seriously, streaming for 24 hours on on Saturday and Sunday. Those RGB lights, they got to me. I want just some nice bright white light for once. It would be nice to have a little bit of a change for once, and yeah, that's why I've gone with this anyway. So what we're going to do is we are going to save this as new RP1 streams, RP01 streams, because why not? Flag, we're going to come in here and screw it, we'll just go for ESA for now. Or I don't have any of the Russian flags, so I can't really do anything like that. I am going to be launching from Cape Canaveral though, because I like Katniss's Cape at the moment. But let's go through a few of these settings and just make sure I've got what I want. So that's fine, that's all fine. Advanced, I don't really want signal for control because that's annoying. Click through blocker, no, that's all good. We want to get rid of ScanSat in order for this to work. Just go through absolutely everything. Kerbalism, turn on lifetime radiation so that my Kerbals do eventually die. Yeah, we want to be killing as many I mean, we don't really, but you know. The more Kerbals we kill, that's like a sign of success, right? The more Kerbals you kill, the better you're doing. So we do a Sputnik 1, I love that rocket. We might do some sort of R7 variant because obviously I am going to be using the RD series of engines, so that could be something that we go along. And one thing that I have seen, this thing, procedural avionics window auto opens, I am turning that off. I hate that window with a passion. I'm so glad that this has been included, that I no longer have to just get rid of that screen every single time. It's so annoying. But yes, no, I'm really glad that that has been included. Someone said, so this is on 1.11.1. Let me just go through this and I'll talk about this whilst I'm doing it. Testlite enabled, real antennas. I think that's all good. So we're going to come through, we're going to accept it, and we'll just start. So yeah, 1.11.1, 1.11.1. I don't believe there is a 1.11.2. I don't think that exists. But in order to install RP1 on 1.11.1, all I did was install it as I would for 1.10.1, and so far, from what I've seen, everything works about as well as it should do. I've not come into any bugs yet, but I've only been playing it very, very briefly this morning. Kanasa, do you have health mod? I have Kerbalism. So Kerbalism is the life support mod that I've got, and here we go. This is something that's very, very, very frightening for me. Oh, Thunderbolts and Lightning, very, very frightening. Yes, Principia. I've never used it before, so I've got no idea what any of this means at the moment. And obviously, I'm not going to be needing to use... Let's zoom out so we can actually see what's going on. We'll spend our 1 upgrade point, put that into the VAB. There we go. And understood. Cool. So yeah, I obviously won't be using Principia for a while because I'm not going to be getting into... Okay. I'm not going to be getting into orbit for quite some time. So Principia is something that will happen down the line, and when that happens, I believe that I will be able to... Let's just go into mission control, make sure we get everything. Yeah, I'm going to read up a bit on it, see if I can do a little bit of background research, so I'm not going into it completely blind. Kanasa, Hells, oh yeah, new rockets to destroy. Hello, Testflight, welcome to the stream. Yes, there's going to be many, many, many new rockets for you to destroy, for you to try and blow up. I was considering...
I didn't find that on Spotify.
Okay, Alexa. Calm down. I'm going to go turn that off quickly so that doesn't do anything annoying.
Sorry, I don't know that.
The joys of modern technology. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I want to come in here and just make sure, yeah, I'm going to pick up first launch and hopefully, there we go, I've got unlock parts tech mode. So we can do that, we'll warp to the morning and just make sure that everything is going okay. Alexa's going to record this whole thing. No, hopefully not. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I'd want to listen back to that recording. And actually, talking about listening back to recordings, I was really, really upset that my 24-hour live stream didn't get recorded. So basically YouTube, anything over 12 hours, there's a chance that it might save it and there's a chance that it won't. Obviously mine fell into the category of not being saved. So that is rather unfortunate. And one thing as well that I'm gonna talk about this stream as well at the beginning. I don't think this is going to be a very long stream, maybe like 2-3 hours at the most, due to the fact that I do need to do some Next Millennia filming today because I'm going away for the weekend, which is why I want to do a stream today rather than on the weekend. But yeah, so I've still got a lot of filming for that to do, so this probably won't be the longest of streams, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so we're going to work on our first rocket. Yeah, I noticed all that 24 hours is gone now. Yeah, it's really, really sad. Hey, Alexa, play Despacito. Oh, no, I've unplugged her. For Mother Russia, yes, I can already feel the pain of Principia. It's going to be a learning experience, definitely. But with that being said, let's work on our first rocket. So we're gonna go, I'm seriously limited. No Erebes. This thing doesn't exist in this universe at the moment. No, we're gonna have to use the ORM-65, which is absolutely naff. It's terrible. Like, it's got 2 kilonewtons of thrust. It can throttle, but when you've got 2 kilonewtons of thrust, I mean, it's good for maybe a rocket plane, but yeah, it's just awful. So I'm not entirely sure how to go about building my first sounding rocket. And I believe, like, the Tiny Tim, it's an American solid rocket booster, but I don't think the Russians have any. I don't think there are any that are really Russian, which is going to be a little bit annoying. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit because that's getting a little bit in the way. But yeah, so no Tiny Tim booster style rocket kind of thing at the beginning, which is going to be rather upsetting, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing this, but what we're going to do is we are going to try and put together some sort of really weird looking sounding rocket thingy majig and see how this goes. So I think I'll make this kind of like a kind of something. No, I actually quite like the round one. There we go. We'll go for something like that, and we'll whack a ORM onto the bottom like so. Yo, Kanasa, my #1 YouTuber, what is up? Hello, Alex DNF. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't know why I'm streaming Kerbal again after I streamed it for about 20 hours on Saturday and Sunday. But, you know, I wanted to get a live stream in for this week because I am going to be away this weekend, going to visit some friends. It's going to be really nice, but obviously that does mean that I am unable to stream unless I stream myself going around wherever I'm going, changing my channel completely, end up doing like a live vlog or something. That's not gonna happen, but yeah, it's yeah, so I'm not gonna be streaming this weekend, unfortunately, which is why I'm doing it today. And obviously this so happens to coincide with the Transporter 2 launch as well, which I think when I last checked that was going to be going off in about 20 minutes. I'm not entirely sure. So how do I reduce the building time? In building time, so what you want to do is you want to put your building points into this, and then you come to tooling, and you can see, like, if you click on the RP-1 little screen thing down here, what we can do is, I'm not going to tool this yet, but if we preview that, and once that has been tooled, if you look over on my Kerbal construction time, over there, like, it goes away, but that goes down from 527 days to just 59 days, so it's much better. You want to tool all of your kind of early rockets because otherwise you're going to be spending over a year actually building them. Anyway, what we want to do is come and fill this up with kerosene and AK-20. AK, very Russian. So we're only getting 1.65 off the pad at the moment. Is this a pressure-fed engine? It is. Oh dear. So we need a high pressure engine as well. So that's going to be even worse for us. Just disable the building time. Just use the RD-100. I was thinking of doing my first rocket using the RD-100. I'm going to see if I can get my first launch done with this, and then we'll be building up RD-100 straight away afterwards, because the RD-100 is going to take like 100 days to build. and it would be nice to at least get something off. 50 seconds of burn with a thrust to weight ratio of 1.35. Uncontrolled, this might not be the best, but that might be able to get us above the 1,000 meters that we do need for the first launch. So we're going to come and we're going to make, oh, hello, there we go. We're going to do something like this and make this very, very small. Very, very tiny, very, very, very small. SpaceX stream starting in 90 minutes. Wow, Karnata, it was only a few days ago since your last 24-hour stream. Are you not tired? Anyway, hope you have a good day. No, I'm not that tired particularly. And to be honest, since that 24-hour stream, I did the video that I released yesterday. So it's not like I've been playing Kerbal an awful lot over the past couple of days as well. Yeah, it's someone asked me how am I not sick of Kerbal Space Program in the live chat earlier on. To be honest, I don't know. I do get sick of it sometimes, but at the moment I'm quite enjoying it. And really, well, that's kind of fortunate because I have been playing it an awful lot. And going away this weekend does mean that it is going to give me a bit of respite from KSP. But in order to get like all of the content out of my channel, I do need to release this constantly. Like I can't have breaks if I want to keep up with the upload schedule that I have kind of assigned myself. This is really not looking good, and our thrust to weight ratio is now abysmal. Can we put this down here or something like that, and maybe make these a little bit smaller? Maybe make the mass a little bit smaller as well, something like this. So yeah, this is just going to be a very tiny first rocket, like it's literally a stump. Look at that. If I get rid of all of the overlays, what even is this thing? Who knows? Who really knows? It's some kind of weird Russian contraption using the ORM-65, and it's a bit bizarre. It's a little bit bizarre. Tintin's rocket here. Yes, it is. It's very kind of like that old school cartoony style rocket. So we're getting 1.26 off the pad. 742 meters per second of delta V, and I think that should be okay, but we are gonna should really test this and see if I can see if it all works. But to be honest, I quite like just, yeah, I will test it. I'll definitely test it because I don't want to waste like 2 months building this up and then realizing that actually I really shouldn't have done that. So we're gonna do something, make it look a little bit pretty. I don't know, I'm not sure what I want. Something like that. We'll make this white on the side as well. If I just go like that, there we go. And I think what I will do is we will also color this in. We'll get our paintbrush and we will throw some color at it. I don't know why I picked ESA, but you know, it's just kind of what I felt like going for. I quite like that. Very stripy, very, very stripy. And I might make the wings black. So we will open up the recoloring GUI for those as well and color those in black and just shove black paint metallic all over it until it looks nice. Or so I think may look nice. There we go. Very, very tiny, very small rocket. What are the key bindings to edit procedural wings? They are T, G, and B. And if you hover over the wings and if you hit J, it brings this menu up. So G kind of extends the length that way and you can mold it that way. B will take the root of the wing and you can thicken it or make it thinner. And T will do it for the edge of the wing and you can, so this is T, so I can do like that with T. B is, is that as thin as I want? B will do also make the craft move, but you can see it's moving inside like that. That's what B will do. And then, yeah, G will do this. And I should probably get my aerodynamic overlay up on my center of mass to make sure that I've really not messed that around. If we just kind of get our center of lift below our center of mass like so. And what I'm going to do finally is I am going to ever so slightly spin stabilize this. If I come in here and grab this and bring it all the way up over here and get that spinning ever. Actually, to be fair, I could probably get this spinning quite a lot because it's only got a thrust to weight ratio of 1.27, which really isn't that great. We've only got 50 seconds of burn, so it's not going to go very high anyway. So having it spin quite rapidly from the off might be the smart idea. And finally, we'll just get a small launch clamp, bring it down and do something like this. There we go. Look at that, it's the tiniest little thing. RP-1 on KSP 1.11.1.11 exclamation mark. Yes, indeed. Basically, in order to, I'm just going to save this as test at the moment. We'll name it after I have simulated it. So, yeah, no, we want to go that there. Simulate. So, oh, come on. I'm not going to enable part failures. I don't like doing that for tests. Yeah, no, basically, if you follow the 1.10 install, there's a few additional like little things from my last install video, but it still works pretty much as it should do. And as far as I am aware, I've got everything to work fine on this on 1.11. There's nothing that I've ran into yet that is broken, so it's kind of nice. Transporter 2 stream, SpaceX stream, Canessa, are you going to be re-uploading your live stream? What, the 24-hour one? I can't. I didn't record it. And YouTube usually saves it for me, but it didn't. So, unfortunately, those 24 hours... Ooh, look at the new nav ball. Are completely gone. Yes, no, I'm not going to be able to get those back, which is a real shame, because it was, I wanted to go back and like check out the chat that I had with Beardy, with N9, with Sono, see the Among Us games and all of that. It was a good fun stream, and I wanted to go back and see what happened, but we're going to do a little bit of a test of this, see if this does work. See, it is very slow. It is a very, very, very slow rocket. I would like to get quite a bit of spin on this, maybe even more spin. Maybe I need to angle the wings even more. Because we need to go above 1,000 meters in order for us to complete the first launch contract. And I feel like we're just going to use this once. Once we've used this, well, after that, what we're going to do is just use the RD100. Does normal RSS RP-1 without Principia need a better setup than stock? Yes, it does. Even without Principia, it is quite an intensive setup to use. It's not very... it's definitely the series of mods, the suite of mods altogether, they do require quite a lot, which is unfortunate. And Principia, I do know, takes a lot more. Someone was asking me, I think it might have even been you, Bill Kerman, you were saying, like, do I have a good enough PC to run it? I would like to think so. I've got a RTX 2070, I've got an i5 CPU, 9600K, and yeah, so my PC is pretty chunky, 64 gigabytes of RAM as well. So I would really like to think, yeah, this is definitely going to work. We can get that to work. That's fine. We will go back to the vehicle assembly building and build that up. Yeah, no, I would really like to imagine that I am able to get this all running properly. If I can't, then I'm a bit worried about how taxing Principia is on the system. Right, the last thing that we're going to do is we are going to... we don't have any electric charge, which is not very good. That's one thing that I do need to put in, and another thing, I do want to add some experiments, so we're going to put a thermometer and a barometer in here so we can get at least some science. And I'm also going to set this. I could put a parachute on here, but I don't really think I want to. Actually, yeah, chat, what does chat think? Should I put a parachute on here and try to recover it, or just leave it as it is? Because you get more science if you recover something from flying low, although that might be something that they've changed in the new update. Canessa, can we have a SpaceX stream? I'm not sure if I'd be very good at like live reporting a stream. I could put it on. So yeah, actually in chat, if you want me to like switch over to the SpaceX stream, just talk about what's going on, talk about some other things and stuff, put 1. If you want me to carry on doing what I'm doing, press 2, and we'll see what chat does. So SpaceX stream 1, carry on 2, and we will see. Anyway, whilst chat decides, I will just sort all of this out, make sure that everything is running as I want. So there is, I feel like there's more ones originally. No, I'm completely lost. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 twos at the moment, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ones, and more ones are coming in, although there are a few double counts of ones, people. Please, please, please do not let your voice be heard twice. That is that is too much. Right, so yeah, I think if that is the case, we will jump over to the SpaceX stream and see what's going on. Alicia says 2, and I feel like she'll be very, very upset if I go against her wishes. So also 1. Okay, well we'll have a look. I'll bring the SpaceX stream up. Let me just get like this so you can see me in beautifulness whilst I get the SpaceX stream up.
What are we voting for?
If I bring the SpaceX stream up and see what's going on, because it's the Transporter 2 mission, isn't it? That was number 1. 2 was for me to just carry on doing what I am doing. So Alicia is coming to the moon.
Okay, 1 then.
Alicia is coming into the moon. SpaceX, we've got 36,000. Oh, there we go. Let's share my screen and get this up. Let's go for this.
Orbit launch from the
I thought no one was going to be talking on the
only
SpaceX
the
stream,
second
but apparently
trajectory since the late
someone is.
1960s flown out of Cape Canaveral.
Mute that. get that down a sec and see what's going on. We've still got 10 minutes until the launch. Like, we'll come back for the launch, okay? It's still 10 minutes away. That's quite far away yet. So someone remind me in 10 minutes, and then we'll see if we can go back to that. Because yeah, that's a while just to be sat around talking, doing nothing. So we'll come back to RP1 and carry on with that. We still see the KSP. I know I was going to change that, but no, we're fine as is. Right, so this has been done. What are we going to name this, chat? What will it be called? It is like literally the stubbiest little rocket that I think I've ever created in RP1. What even is that? What does that even deserve a name? So democracy. I don't know what I voted for. One then. Also, I learned today that you played Among Us in the 24-hour stream while I went to work for a holiday trip. I really want to play whenever you want to play. So I am thinking of doing Among Us with like subs and that kind of stuff at some point soon. I don't know when that would be, but yeah, no, there's a really good fun Among Us game. I had a couple of my older school friends join. I had a couple of the mods from Discord. We had Beardy on. Beardy is lethal. Beardy, I got killed by Beardy, like the Beardy Penguin, so many times in that Among Us game. He's a sly one. He's very sly, and he was very, 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 very good at Among Us. So the stubbed toe, that sounds rather painful, and I feel like this is a rather painful rocket, and it's the first thing that I've seen. So we're gonna go with the generic naming system of like the last live streams that I did as well, and it's just gonna be all really weird names. So the stubbed toe 1, if that lets me save it, 1. There we go. I feel like if I was on GIMP and I could put together a flag really quickly, could just get a massive toe just on there, and I feel like that would be very funny, but unfortunately that would require a reset of the game, and I don't really want to be doing that. It's going to take a while, so we're gonna put a flag on it, I feel. And I also need to actually put electric charge in. I almost forgot about that. Where is tank UI? There. We're going to put maybe like 30 units of electric charge. I feel like that's going to be more than enough, and still 1.27. How much do we get? 4 minutes. It's not going to last 4 minutes. It's definitely not going to last 4 minutes. Let's bring this up, bring that up, whack a flag on, see what we can use. If I get that to 90, get 2 of those, 1 on each side. E! There we go. It's the E rocket. It's like an eagle, but a rocket. No, we're not going to go down that route. So we're going to select the flag. Yokanasa, does that rocket have sugar as a propellant? I don't think so. Well, unless AK-20 is sugar, but I don't think it is. You'll always be Penny, the pencil in my heart. It's E, first electric rocket. I'm actually, even though it's the ESA flag, I kind of like, I like that. You can't really see that it's ESA, but it's just got E on it. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. So yeah, I did ask earlier on, but I didn't see. Do we put parachutes on this and try and recover it, or do we just let it fall to its death? Because I do get more science with recovery, but it's also going to add more mass. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a quick look and see how much mass it will add if we whack a couple of parachutes on this. Let's place them here so that they are kind of opposite where the thingamajigs are, the landing, the wings. What I'll do is I will make this, we'll reduce the size, and this thing only weighs about 0.2 tons, so we need 3 parachutes, probably like 0.0, oh, I can't even do that, so 0.1 is the lowest that I want. Wanted touchdown speed like that, like so. Apply to all symmetry counterparts, do it again, because it always seems to mess up with that. And yeah, we've got a few parachutes on the bottom, and that is going to really, really kill our thrust to weight ratio. Look at that, we've only gone to 1.15 now with those parachutes on, although I could probably just get rid of 1, although that is going to really alter the center of mass and really screw things over. So I'm not sure if I do want to use parachutes on this. Because yeah, that's now only 1.22. Name this rocket Inardo in honor of the E. Inardo! Why can I not find Principia on CCAN? Because Principia is not on CCAN. It's not going to get off the pad with the shoots. Yeah, I don't think it will do. I think like with these shoots, it's going to be really difficult getting off. Like 0.94 now, that is crazy. Although I think if I get rid of this, apply symmetry to all counterparts, we've got 1.18. This might, no. All right, let's just get the giant E on there again, because this is going to be the E rocket. Yeah, I think Inardo the rocket, I kind of like it. I like it, so we'll see if we can go with that. And we'll place those on there, because it would be nice to get the science from a successful recovery. Definitely means we're going to be able to start doing some stuff. So I think with this, because of all of the alterations that I have made, I am going to... what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate it once more and see how this affects it. Hopefully it still works. Hopefully it performs the contract that I want. And we'll place that there. We will simulate and see what this goes like. So, Conasa, what is this little guy all about? This is my first sounding rocket. It is the E-rocket. It is Inardo, as Katniss did decide, or it's Stubtoe. Stubtoe will be the kind of nickname that we go for this. Inardo will be the actual name of the rocket. But I'm starting this Principia, which I've never used before, and we're going to try and go for a Russian engine only. So we're using the ORM, which is absolutely terrible. And yes, this is this is definitely going to be very interesting. So let's just make sure that this does exactly what we want it to do. Lightweight, baby. Me and my homies hate the V2. We only rock with the E. Thing is, I'm going to be going for something very, very V2-ish style later on. It's, yeah, no, this is going to be the first one, and then we're going to move straight onto the RD-100, and we're going to start building up a bigger sounding rocket, because this is going to barely get us anywhere. Like, let's be real, this is so terrible, this engine. Look how slow it is. It's just painful. Really painful. We've got the European, but, like, it's all being cut off. Are we even going to make 1,000 meters with this? That's all I need. 1,000 meters. 1,000 meters is all we need. It looks like we will make that with this, which is good. And then we'll use the parachutes to hopefully recover this. But yeah, we've gone over 1,000 meters. That's absolutely fine. I can kill that. We can revert the flight to the vehicle assembly and get this built up. Lightweight, baby. Well, thanks a lot, mate. What was this about? Make sure to check the weight as well. I feel like those parachutes will be absolutely fine to recover this. It's going to weigh absolutely nothing. We don't have avionics or anything like that on here. That is all good. I believe I have set the avionics to run the experiments as soon as we go. Yep, waiting. The Stubtoe one. Inardo. I don't actually know what Inardo means. Katniss, I really hope you haven't made me say something very, very rude, because it might be. Tried to get to orbit using only this engine. The Aerobee only to orbit was a bit too easy. It really was. I was really disappointed with that. I thought that was going to be way harder than it was. But no, it was actually relatively easy, right? So we're going to tool all of that. It's going to cost 3,418 funds. We are going to build a couple of those. No, we need to... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go through and buy all of the parts that I'm using, because I've been hit by this so many times that I don't want to be hit by it again. So we're going to go for the conventional structure fuel tank. Oh, very, very nice. We're going to get some procedural avionics up in this. I think we need the launch clamps as well, and the procedural wings, and that should be me done. Small clamp. We need the wings. Where are the wings? Procedural wings early. We'll buy one of those, and that should be us all good. Inardo is a very funny Rust YouTuber. Okay, I've never played Rust. I've never seen any Rust YouTube videos, so that will be why I don't know what it is. Principia is such a pain. I can't stand playing realism without it. Can't stand the extra challenge with it. God, so yeah, I've never used it, so I don't know. SpaceX launch. Okay, right, so let's get the SpaceX launch up. Let's replace this. Right, if I where's my I've lost it. Display capture. Where is that? That's... Whoa, look at that. You can see millions of me. So we're gonna get this up. We're gonna fast forward this to live, and wait, no, it's still 8 minutes and 40 seconds according to this. Am I not live? I don't think I am. SpaceX. Wait, where's the actual video feed? Here we go.
That was the launch director giving the final go for launch.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think this is up. I think we're going. Oh, look at all of the soot on top of that Falcon 9 rocket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the music off now. Let's pause that, and we will just bring full screen up and see. So we got 17 seconds. Am I a little bit... I imagine I'm a little bit behind people, but Here we go. I've not seen a Falcon launch for a really long time.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Here we go.
1, 0. Ignition.
Look at all that water. So, Carnassa, I'm recreating the stub tone blender to celebrate the brand opening of Carnassa B Space Center. Very nice. Oh, look at those waterfall plumes. Look how realistic that looks. That looks amazing. I mean, look at that. They must be playing with some sort of RV Evo, RSS Evo, which is actually coincidentally something that I've got on the new save. But that Tundra has really come a long way with the Falcon 9 models as well. That is a lot of vibration. But it's we're looking good. Have I got closed captions on? Let's get rid of those and see what's going on. Whoa, it's just like real life. Yeah, the camera tools. Whoever did this video, they're absolutely professional at using camera tools.
Where the vehicle will experience the highest amount of aerodynamic pressures.
So, it's Transporter 2, I believe, is it 82 different satellites that they're launching in this? I'm going to grab it up on my phone and do a quick little check and see what's going on. You forgot to check your staging. Oops. that would be rather amusing if just suddenly the Merlins all cut out at some point. Max Q has been passed. Very nice. Let's have a look. Transporter 2. It'd be throwing it back.
The first is main engine cutoff, also known as Nico.
I just get the film. Let's go Transporter 2 SpaceX. SpaceX.
The first stage
Let's get this up.
form a flip to head back towards Florida. And,
we're getting a boost back burn. It's always nice when those happen. So we're not. It's not going to be landing on the barges. We're getting a proper boost back burn. Hope we don't encounter any Kraken. I really like how the plumes of the Falcon 9 look. Obviously, when they start expanding the higher up in the atmosphere, they get just like obviously you can see it on the screen at the moment. Just like the kind of almost like a claw emerging from the back of the rocket. It's very cool. Very nice. Have they used MechJeb for the launch? I believe so. Actually, no. I imagine no MechJeb here. I have a feeling they have been using KOS. They've probably got a really good script for this. Real plume interactions are cool. I don't think we'll get a perfect landing cam like last launch. It's very foggy. That's annoying. I didn't really check the live stream before. There we go. Stage separation. Merlin vacuum has fired up. And hopefully Transporter is on its way to space. It's nice seeing the Falcon 9 first stage just kind of drifting away and starting to flip back. And there we go. We just about saw the engines of the Falcon 9 light up then to begin a boost back. That was really cool. Before they cut the camera, we saw the Falcon 9 light up ever so slightly. That was really awesome. Looks like their PVG solution is holding up. Yes, Prima Vector Guidance is doing very well. I believe, well, the whole Prima Vector Guidance in KSP, in MechJeb, that was derived from, wasn't it, shuttle launch software? I can't remember where it's from, but I know MechJeb PVG is actually from it's from a real-life application, and that's why it is so good at getting things into orbit in real solar system. It's really cool. I agree, Abysmal. Been a while since RTLS. Wait, I wonder how far away behind a vacuum engine you'd be safe. The plume is pretty expansive. Oh, here come the grid fins. You can see the sun. Oh, well, no. Is that the RCF? Wait, what is that? What's the giant flashes of light on the Falcon 9 first stage? I'm not entirely sure what those are.
And off come the two fairing halves.
It's still going to be a while for the landing. I've never seen an RTLS landing live. This would be fun. They probably are using Principia too. I imagine so. I feel like this is a very heavily modded version of KSP that's going on right now. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. It looks almost like real life, everyone. Those flashes are cold gas thrusters. Oh, okay. So, yeah, they're basically the propellant trying to ride the Falcon 9 first stage. It's very pretty, though.
In the first of two MVAC burns. This burn should last for until the T+, 8 minute and 24 second mark. About another 4 minutes left on this burn.
The cat did not go well. Please do not the cat. I'm not sure if I understand that. What's the cat pretty? Yes, Alisea. Have you seen a Falcon 9 launch before, Alisea? I know I watched the Falcon Heavy launch live, and I've watched a few other ones, but it's been a while. It's been a very, very long time since I've seen any Falcon 9 launch. I think I'm going to be going to Florida at some point in the next few years, and I'd really love to get along to the Cape and hopefully see a Falcon 9 launch then. To be honest, I don't know. Starship isn't going to be launching from the Cape, are they? They're going to try and turn Boca Chica into a full-on starbase and launch everything from there. I was going to say, in a couple of years' time, who knows? If Starship's ready, you might even be able to witness a Starship launch, but I don't think Starship will be launching from the Cape. I watched the Falcon Heavy launch live too. I was so hyped. Oh man, when the two boosters completed their boost back burn and landed together, that was honestly one of the best things I've ever seen. I watch that video probably on average maybe once every other month, just because it still gives me chills watching that. It's just, yeah, like goosebumps. It's amazing. SLS is coming up soon too, you know. Yes, that is it still scheduled for November this year? I know they've started stacking SLS. Really looking forward to that as well. I'm definitely not in the camp of Silver Rocket good, Orange Rocket bad. I'm in the camp of Silver Rocket good, Orange Rocket good as well, or Rocket good. I really like that. The two booster landing was my wallpaper for like a year. Yeah, no, that was really cool. I'd love to do something like that in RO, but I feel like I'd have to learn KOS quite competently in order to do that. I showed an F9 launch live to my granddad and he asked if it had nukes on board. He's still in the Cold War vibe. Amazing. That's yeah, so I imagine people from that era, yes. I can't imagine any of the Falcon 9s have ever had nukes on board. Pog, yes.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
So we've had the first stage re-enter now. I'm assuming what that entry means on the bottom. There we go. The Falcon 9 is now burning up.
Have relit and are currently slowing down the first stage. This burn is expected to last for another 15 seconds or so.
Okay, so 3 Merlins all lit up, trying to slow down. I need to take notes for this for when I perform my boost backs for the next millennia. Just like look and see exactly what they do. Base Grandad. All rocket that doesn't use steam is good. Steam rocket, steam powered rocket, steampunk. Oh, can you imagine that? Steampunk space program. It's like KSP, but yeah, it's all kind of cogs and steam and wheels and all of that kind of stuff. That might be interesting. Well, not cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's something different, but steampunk mixed with KSP. So
second engine cutoff. And shortly after that, we'll be
here we go.
Post-phase.
Falcon's coming down now. Three engines, that's why the plumes look rectangular. So yeah, no, it burns 3 engines to perform its slowdown, and then I believe it fires up 1 to actually finalize the burn. Here we go.
This is a great shot.
This is a great shot. I do wholeheartedly agree.
Stage 2 internal guidance.
Very, yeah, like, it's amazing how dirty the Falcon 9s come down, obviously, through re-entering in the atmosphere. There we go. It's very wobbly. That's giving me a little bit of a headache watching that. Katniss, your cape looks so cool. Yes! Oh, well, there we go. Absolutely stunning shot, perfect landing, straight down on the landing pad. That's always nice when that happens, but like I said, when we saw 2 of those at once, it's even better. Whoever mentioned that there was going to be fog around? Absolutely nothing. No, it was a completely clear landing, and that looked awesome. Yes, no, that was very nice. Jesus, MechJeb! I'm not even sure if MechJeb landing guidance could perform something quite that incredible. That is definitely a KOS script right there. Dude, which KSP mod is this? We're playing with Katniss Canaveral. We've got RS Evo. It looks like real life. There is a man as well. It's no longer Kerbal Space Program. It is Human Space Program. We've got someone talking on the screen as well. So, I guess with the landing being done, we have, yeah, I reckon we'll get back to RP-1 now, because that's pretty much the exciting thing, isn't it? Seeing the Falcon booster landing. That's what everyone wants to see. So we'll come out of this we will change back my scenes, and you can see multiple of me again. They got an RTX 999,999. Yes, they do. They've got some very powerful hardware indeed. But we are back in KSP. I know this all works now. What we're going to do is I'm going to play the music again, and we're going to get back to building the stub toe in Ardo. In fact, I believe I've built the stub toe already. Have I gone for vessels? No, I have not. So if I just launch, we're still missing the radial parachutes, and we're also missing the conformal flags. So I need to go for those, and then we also need to buy a couple of those. Now, there we go, the stub toe one, and what we'll do is we will launch another one, and I will rename that number 2. What I might do, because I want to make sure that this does work. I don't know what the ignition failure rate is on this. 10%, 30% chance of full failure, which isn't great. But before we go and launch this, we are going to spend just a little bit more time in the vehicle assembly building, putting together some sort of RDV2 thingy-majig kind of rocket that will get us a lot better returns, and will breach the Kármán line, do all of that kind of stuff, but it will take a lot longer to build. You need to put the E on the fuselage so it's visible. Oh, does it not? Does it hide on the avionics? When I did testing, it did seem to work okay, but but I might be wrong. So we're gonna go for a bottom of 1. We'll get the length 1. I said 1. We'll get the length up ever so slightly. Probably make this a bit of a peaked like. Oh, I'm not sure where I want to go. I want to go for something like that, actually, and then we'll get a conventional structure tank underneath. Make this a smooth cone, get that 1, and the bottom to be 1.5, and just make this a little bit longer. Grab an RD100, place that on the bottom. There we go. Whack that there. Very nice. Kanasa, would you consider streaming the Starship orbital flight? Potentially, yes. That would be something quite fun to do, I think, if I am free, because it's still kind of scheduled to be in July. I know in July there are going to be 2 weekends that I am going to be away, so there is a chance that I might not actually be able to catch it and be like at my PC and do streaming kind of stuff when it happens, which would be really sad. But no, I definitely consider doing that, although I'm not sure how I cope when it comes to doing real life stuff. Like, how was that? That's not, I did the SLS test fire a few months ago, but I don't feel like I'm very like a reactionary sort of person, and I feel like I know a bit about spaceflight, but I've always said that KSP has been the thing that taught me everything about spaceflight, and it was only after starting playing KSP is when I really started getting into it a lot more, started looking a lot up. So I'm probably not the most knowledgeable of people to do it, and I feel like in order to live stream stuff like that, you have to really know what you're talking about. I just kind of resorted to humor there, started talking about how everything was very like heavily modded KSP, and it all looked really nice. So yeah, I'm sure there are people that are a lot more clued up and could do something that's a bit more in depth, and they can talk a little bit more about what's going on, although I feel like I know a fair bit more about Starship than I do. I'm not sure. It's probably going to be in August. Fully stacked diamonds. Did you see the fully stacked booster yet? No, I have not. Same for me. I've started looking into things after I started playing KSP. It sparked my fantasy with space exploration. Indeed, I don't think I'm quite as knowledgeable as you can, as you definitely know more about space exploration than me, but yeah, no, it's just something that it really opened my eyes to a whole new kind of area that I'd never really known about before. Like, I've spoken about it on streams before. Obviously, I have. I think we'll go for the Soyuz. Does the Soyuz have a nice interior? KSLO, let's have a look. Long March, Saturn Stringer. Soyuz doesn't really, actually. I want something that's got a little bit of detail on the inside, because I like this kind of detail. We could go for fuselage. I think Atlas has it. Checkers does. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it all black. Is stock black darker? Stock black is darker. So I might go for that. We'll get something like this. And basically, I'm just going to essentially make what I made in the thumbnail of this video, because there was a reason why I made that. I just wanted to test something out real quick, and I just wanted to have a thumbnail. So if we go something not sharp, we could go for something like that. And that's going to provide us 67 seconds of burn. We can get that a little bit longer. We want to have about 70 on this because I believe that is, if we have a look, 70 rated burn time 70 seconds. The rocket has a skirt. It does indeed. I just thought that it looked a little bit nicer if I did this and placed some fins. That's what I'm looking for, and it will look a lot nicer. Big E, yes, this will be the Big E. The Big E. We'll get this on here. And one thing that I could do is I could just put a E decal on here. I might be able to get away with using, if I go into conformal decals again, let's have a look. We'll come into here, get that. Oh, I can't do it because I've got this up. We'll go for this. What I might be able to do is get, there we go. It's the Big E, the chunky E, the much bigger E. But I might be able to, I could probably hide the E. Oh my God, it's almost bean space. If, not that I'm going to be copying Martin Cito Pants or anything like that, but yeah, we could have the Bean Space Agency. Like if I get a B there, it'll be Bean Space. Bean! Mighty, mighty Bean. All hail the mighty E. If only EE Gaming was here, that he would love this. Are procedural wings recolor fix? No, not that I'm aware of. Basically, in order to get this, to make it so that I can recolor them, I've stolen my procedural wings from Kerbal Gets Real the Next Millennia, which was one that does work. So I did try getting the newer version of B9 procedural wings for this save, but it didn't work. So I had to go and grab some from an older save and see if that worked. Bean, it's not a proper live stream if there isn't an egg. I feel like yes, egg is definitely the thing from my series, but no, we're going for E's and beans today. E's and beans. The Bean Space Agency. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not trying to copy Martin Cito Pants or anything like that, because I don't like copying people. And someone said, obviously, the video that I released yesterday, it was like Starship to capture Hubble. It was like, oh, that's such a like pilot title. I only did it because someone set me the challenge, and I think someone also asked me in the comments of that video to start like doing things like setting up space stations using shuttles and starships and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that because I feel like that is very much the realm of pilot, and I don't really want to, I've always never really wanted to straight up copy people or do anything like that. I want to make stuff my own, so that's why I probably won't be doing anything like that. I'll do like the occasional starship video or something like that if someone sets me like something cool to do with it, like in the last video, but yeah, for now, no, I quite like how this looks. The goddamn cold of egg, indeed. I really like the scripted commentary in that video. I think I am going to start doing more scripted sections in videos in the future, because I really enjoyed doing that, and I feel like it sounded a lot more professional. It certainly sounded a lot more professional, and yeah, because a lot of the time it's just kind of essentially a live stream put into a video. I'll see what's been going on, I'll put the video together, I'll talk over it, think like, oh yeah, I did this, and this, all of that kind of stuff, but it might be nice to have certain parts of video scripted. It's going to make the videos even harder to produce, but oh well. I don't like making things easy on myself. It takes me several hours to do a Kerbal Gets Real video as is. Well, I think it takes probably around 20 hours of creating to get all of one of those done. Maybe slightly more. A lot of effort goes into each one of those videos, and I basically my full time at the moment is dedicated to dedicated to making those videos, which is yeah. So people asking like when they're coming out and all of that, I'm like, I'm trying my hardest. I'm going as quickly as I feasibly can to get those out. So we're gonna go for what do I want? I want checkered, I feel, for the top of this to make it look very, very kind of like early V2 style sounding rocket, and then maybe on this we'll get something that looks a little bit nicer. And this will be something that will be able to get past the Kármán line and all of that. This will definitely get past the Kármán line. But I think what I might want to do for this as well is potentially we could have some sort of decoupler section up here and put some more scientific experiments on there and get even more science. It'll be really nice if we could do that, and then have parachutes. And I feel like 2,911 meters per second, we're going to be more than capable of doing that. How does KSP multiplayer work? I'm not entirely sure. I've never played DMP or anything like that, or Lunar multiplayer, Dark multiplayer. I've never played any of those mods. I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like in KSP 2, though. That's going to be something, yeah, that I'm really looking forward to. I think this is kind of what I went with on the thumbnail. I want to maybe go something slightly different. But we need to make sure that the E is not covered up. So it's vitally important that the E is in all of its glory. Maybe I could kind of like get that there. Can I get this so that we can just get the E? There we go. And is there any way that I can try and hide that E in space? There might be. No, that's no, that's like showing it up even more. Unless I get another oh, we could go for something like that, but I don't really like how that looks. And now the E is kind of hidden. No, I feel like I want to go for something like that, but it just, I'm not sure. What do you think, chat? What do you reckon? Does this look all right? I'm going to color this in white in the middle. So we're going to go for just like a white paint kind of thing here. And then we will open this up as well. And we will turn that white as well. Things are going to look a bit nicer in this series than in the last series, I feel. This looks a lot nicer. Dinner, yum! You can recolor the white to black in that other pattern. Yeah, but it might recolor a lot more of it than I would like. Yeah, because if I did this as black metallic, then it would color everything in. But I'm not entirely sure. And to be honest, I think I want to make these payload fairings I think I'll make them black metallic as well, because that's what everything else has been. So we'll get that as black metallic, and that should hopefully look a little bit more conformal, more in detail. You could conformal decal text. Yeah, I was thinking maybe of getting another conformal decal and basically whacking it over the in space, and maybe that might look a little bit good, but we'll see. Let's have a look what decals that I've got, because I might have some that might do the trick. We'll get 2 of those. We'll select a flag. Have I got anything that is just very dark, or anything that will kind of hide over this, or anything that might look a little bit better? We could put an Air Force star over it, but I don't really feel like that's something that I really want to go for. And no, I think everything else is just kind of, yeah, I'll just live with it. We'll live with it. We'll have sp over there, and it'll be fine. Dominus, hello, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good work on all of the daily dose of spaceflight history, by the way. Very cool stuff. If you don't know about that, that's part that, well, we've got a dedicated section on the Discord for that. It's very cool, very informative. And yeah, no, must take a lot of hard work to put all of that together, and it is very awesome. Right, so we're gonna go for this. And we might make some slight alterations to it to maybe get some more science. Or should I do that now? I feel like that probably is a smart idea. So we'll save the big E. And what I potentially could do is just remove this section and have like an additional ring decoupler up there and do something like that to make this a little bit better. Or maybe I could even just do something like this. We will get our science. If we get a biological sample capsule, whack that in there. We could get an early film camera as well. That's a little bit too big, unfortunately. It's going to provide a little bit of drag, but oh well. Because yeah, we could say, like, this avionics is definitely not being fully utilized at the moment. It's just going to be a science course, so that's something that we do need to change. And we will fill it up with a little bit of electric charge. If I go tank UI, add some electric charge, we probably only need like maybe 80. If I get that in there, how much power is that going to provide? 13 minutes. That's probably more than enough to do our experiments and all that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. Maybe we'll up that up to about, maybe we'll up that up to 150. So yeah, it's like half an hour. That's definitely going to be fine. That's definitely fine. The Yet God is here. The Yeet God. I put Yet instead of Yeet. Hello, Billy Yeet. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to me at the very beginning of an RP-1 career yet again. God knows why I'm doing this yet again for like, oh, the third time in recent history. To be fair, I was kind of thinking of delaying this ever so slightly, because on the 5th of July, which is in, what, 5 days, it's going to be the year anniversary of Kerbal Gets Real. It'll be the year anniversary of the first ever episode of that series to come out, which I thought was pretty cool, pretty nice that we're reaching those kind of levels. And yeah, I thought that was kind of like a nice milestone and was potentially considering waiting for that to be done. But no, I decided to do it today because it's the last day of June, and I kind of really wanted to hit over 1,000 subs gained in June. And usually when I stream, like, more people come along to the streams and it gets me more subs, and it's always nice because I think I've hit okay in June anyway. It's been a really awesome month. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of uploads, lots of streams, 24-hour streams. It's definitely been very, very busy. So I hope everyone's enjoyed the content that I'm putting out. I really liked the video that I did yesterday. There were things that I would definitely change about it though, such as trying to fix Starship's landing, maybe having communication networks set up and all of that kind of stuff, and just, yeah, making everything a little bit better. Hubble was too small. Hubble was way too small. And that's because Hubble was stock size and everything else was RO size. So that is something that I should have done. Right, I think I'm going to do that, and then what we can do is we can just get that there, place that like that, bring that up. If I get that to low angle snap and do something like that. Oh no, that's just not quite there. And we'll just get the avionics. Come on, there we go. And then we can just place that on top like that. Ah, look at that, looks perfect. And this is able to be recolored. And I think we'll turn the force % off of that. Open recoloring GUI. And maybe just paint it black metallic so that it fits in with the rest of this. Or we could get maybe, wait, what's this section? We could do, I like that. I really like that. Just a kind of like little strip that separates the two. I think these wings are a bit too big as well. I don't think we need wings quite that big. And obviously we want to try and make these as small as possible, just so that we save on mass. So we could do something like this and bring them down a little bit further, probably use B again to do something like this. But I liked the style, I liked the shape. We could go maybe like that. That's a little bit better. And we can get that all the way down there. And there we go. I much prefer that. And we are going to spin stabilize these as well. We're going to make them slanted ever so slightly so that is a little bit better. One thing as well that I'm going to do, we're going to make these just a tad thicker in the middle, because I like my wings thick. Oh yes, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. I do really enjoy my wings being particularly thick with multiple C's. And what we'll do is we'll just get, we'll just get, no, not that much. No, definitely not. We want that to be like ever so slightly, somewhere like that. That should hopefully be enough. Let's move that in a bit. Cool. Those wings are airplane size. They are very big wings. They are they're ginormous wings, but oh well, it's gonna work. I really like the look of this. This is definitely way better than anything that I created in the last live stream career that I did. The big E, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna get rid of that there. What we're gonna do is I am going to sort the staging out, and I feel like that is fine. And what we can also do is probably buy a medium launch clamp for this, I guess. Put that there, and we'll also just make sure that we have configured our experiments in here, because we do want a thermometer and a barometer in here as well, because this is going to be going way higher than anything ever before. And we'll just that should be fine. That should be absolutely fine. We'll move that up ever so slightly. The big E. And what we're going to do is we are going to test this before I tool it, because I don't really have the money. And to be honest, how much is this going to cost to tool? 17,000. Gee, that's a lot of money. That's an awful lot of money, but it will bring it down to 148 days. But yeah, that's unfortunate that cost that much. That is very expensive. The fairings cost a ridiculous amount. If I got rid of those, that's saving us like 6,000 thuns, and also bringing the build time down. Oh, not that much. That doesn't matter. To be honest, is it really the fairings that? We might be able to get away without tooling the fairings, but we'll see. We're not. Oh, Carnassa. Everybody rushing to funny things that Carnassa said right now. What did I say? What did I say? Oh, about the thick wings. It might have been something to do with that. I can't remember exactly what I said. Yes, whatever I say on stream, I usually forget that in about 5 minutes. So, in fact, I usually forget everything that I learn in about 5 minutes. All right, that is all good. What's the 2.21 thrust to weight ratio off the pad? That'll be absolutely fine. Let's simulate. Big E, save it, save and sim. There we go. There we go. Simulate. Hey, appreciate the stream, by the way, Carnassa. That's cool. It's yeah, no, I wanted to do a stream today. I've spoken about it before. I'm going away this weekend, so I'm not going to be able to do my usual Saturday, Sunday streams that I've been doing recently. So, yes, no, I decided to do a stream today. It's probably only going to be a bit of a shorter one, probably about like another hour and a half, 2 hours from here, just because I need to finish, I need to go back and start filming some more Next Millennia stuff. Yes, I have not got, I mean, I've started filming the next episode. I've got a fair bit ready for Friday when I want to release it, but it's not completely done yet. So all we're going to do, we're going to turn Principia off for now because I don't need it. And we're just going to fire this up and make sure that this does all work. There we go. The RD-100 has been lit up, and here we go. No control, but that's absolutely fine. I knew that was going to be the case, and hopefully these wings are going to start providing a little bit of spin. I said providing a little bit of spin. Did I really make them not angled enough? Are we not going to get any spin? Do I need to angle them even more? We are turning ever so slightly. But they might need even more angle on them, because that is, we're getting a very small amount of spin. The thing is, I want to fine tune it to the point where we're not spinning around so fast that everything starts breaking apart. But no, we want it to go a little bit faster than this, so we don't veer off course like we are kind of going at the moment. But this should be okay, I guess. The Calcon 5. So, Carnassa, hey, I posted the current state of the Stubtoe 1 in Discord General. I'll check that after the stream. So, yes, no, you mentioned Sandbox Guy, that you're doing that on Blender at the moment, aren't you? So, wait, Carnassa is passing. I'm passing what? Hi, Carnassa. Hello, watch the Falcon 9 landing. It was amazing, Carnassa. We did. We watched it on stream. It was, I had that up on the stream whilst it was going on, and I was talking about rubbish whilst it was going on, talking about like how it was how it was amazing KSP graphics, and it looked awesome, and like the Katniss's Cape New version was fabulous, and all of the Tundra exploration mods that they were using, it was so much better than anything that anyone's seen, and the KOS scripts yeah, no, we did watch it. We did watch it. It was pretty, it was very cool. Very cool. Staging. I did sort out the staging before we launched this. It was fine. To be honest, this is going all right. This is going a lot better than I was hoping, and I think future variants of this, what I will do is we'll put a service bay underneath this, and then that way we can put our sounding rocket payload, all of that kind of good stuff, and everything will be really good. Yeah, we're going 300,000 meters up now. We're really starting to lose control, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's going to be a sounding rocket that's going to do us for a really long time. I'll probably upgrade these tanks, make them longer for the better versions of the RD-100 that we will be unlocking. And yeah, we'll have sounding payload under here that we will place at some point. We'll probably get a film camera under there at some point as well. I'm not sure how the film camera is going to look though, because this is only 1 meter. We might need a bit of a chunkier rocket in order to get one of those up, or just have it so that it looks a little bit, I don't know, almost phallic at the almost phallic, a phallic rocket. I mean, most rockets look a bit phallic, don't they? But yeah, we could have it so that the top has a little bit that comes out, but I'd rather not do that. Okay, we're going to revert to the vehicle assembly. I don't think I'm going to tool this up yet, because 17,000 is a lot of money that I can't really afford at the moment. But yeah, because I want to put 40,000 into the VAB. Yeah, I want to put 40,000 funds into the VAB. So we're not going to build this up yet, but we will leave this. It's all saved, so I can come back and I can build it. What we're going to do is we are going to, I suppose I could only put 20,000 into the VAB, build this up and start getting this going. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's the best way of going about doing this. I really don't know, because obviously I've got 2 of these. Yeah, I'll definitely get 1 point into the VAB, so we'll put that in there. That doesn't give us an awful lot. That gets us down to 54 days to build that. This isn't going to be a speed run, by the way. I'm not going to go for a very fast run for this series, just because if I'm playing with Russian engines only, it's something completely new that I've never done. It's a serious limitation in what I can be doing. We're living in an alternate universe where the Soviets have invaded Florida, though. So just Florida. The rest of the US is fine. But the Soviets really wanted Cape Canaveral because they saw Katniss's mod and thought, damn, that thing looks really nice. We're going to steal it. So we're doing Soviet tech from Cape Canaveral. It's going to be weird. I didn't want to do Baikonur because there isn't Katniss's Baikonur yet. And at the same time, they're also... I'm fed up of launching from high latitudes and high inclinations with the next millennia. I didn't want to do that in a RP-1 stream, especially if I'm learning Principia at the same time as well. Okay, so I think I'm not going to buy the upgrade, actually. I'm going to leave that. 17,000 would mean I have 12,000 left, but then I have to also build the rocket. No, I'm gonna do it. So, hey Carnassa, thanks again for the names of the background music. They fitted right in my gaming playlist. No worries, man. Yeah, no, I saw your comment. I think it wasn't that long after the comment, and I thought, oh yeah, I should probably put those in. The only music that I put in the description at the moment is music that I am legally supposed to. So anything that I use by Scott Buckley, you are legally entitled to credit him. But a lot of the YouTube studio music, you don't have to. So I never credit those. I'm a really bad person for doing that. So we're going to tool this. Yeah, we are going to spend the 17,000 and we are going to get one of these built up because we might as well. So let's launch Big E1. Big E1. There we go. I'll save that. And that's being added to the build list so that can get built up as we're rolling out the stub toe to the launch pad. And it's going to be great. Baikonur with Principia would be interesting, though. It certainly would. Such a high latitude. It would be very interesting. Like, obviously, in the next millennia, I'm launching from Norfolk, which is also a very high latitude. What I do in that is I just do all of my launches into a polar inclination, because I find that's the easiest way to get over to the moon. I kind of, like, eyeball the moon and see, like, okay, that looks like I should be launching now, and I kind of estimate how far the moon's going to be in like four days or however many days it takes to get there. And most of the time I do get it pretty spot on now because I've sent a lot of stuff over to the moon in that series. Right, so I'm going to put Big E there because it would be nice to get this built up, and then if the worst comes to the worst, we can get the stub toe, and we'll rename this to the stub toe 2. Stub toe 2 Enardo. And yeah, we will warp to complete. So, seizure warning. Lots of flashing lights. Awful lot of flashing lights. I don't know how SpaceX can use so many mods without their PC breaking. So neither do I. It's very confusing. Like someone said, I think they had, what was it, 999,999 gigabytes of RAM or something like that, which is what? That's a how many terabytes of RAM? 999 terabytes of RAM, or thereabouts. Yeah, so maybe they have the world's biggest RAM stick, and they are able to run all of the mods, and they've got like some super insane single-core, single-threaded CPU, because multiple cores on your CPU don't really affect Kerbal Space Program, and like RTX 7 billion Titan or something along those lines. Yes. Right, anyway, we're going to roll stub to 1 Enardo out to the launch pad and hopefully gain a little bit of science from this. Yeah, I figured. Do you not get any strikes from YouTube? I've had one. Oh, what is this about? I always credit music, even though it's copyrighted. Yeah, I don't know. I've had one copyright strike so far, and that was playing a piece of classical music that is in the Creative Commons public domain. So I've got no idea why I got a copyright strike on a piece of classical music from 300 years ago, because that shouldn't happen. And it's the morning song, like the classical morning music. I think someone did a cover of it at some point, and I think they've tried to basically say that, oh yeah, no, this is ours. But it was on a Minecraft video that I did, so it's not like it was anything important, and I don't even think I monetized that video, so nothing happened. But anyway, we're going to go to the Stubtoe 1 in Nardo. Oh, there we go, RTX 69420. Very funny numbers. Nice, very, very nice. What are your specs, Carnassa? I have, I think I've said it on stream already before. I have an RTX 2070. I have an Intel i5-9600K CPU. I think it's 4.7 gigahertz. I've not overclocked it or done anything like that. And I have 64 gigabytes of DDR4 3200 megahertz RAM. And those are basically the main kind of specs that you're going to need to know. So our telemetry analysis is running. I do believe now that the game has kind of said that you can't get science from flying low. So are we even going to be able to get any science from this launch at all? Because we're not going to go, we're going to go like 1 kilometer up and that's going to be it. So this could be very interesting. We might not be able to get anything, but what we're going to do is we're going to have a countdown of 5, 4, well, a countdown to the first launch of this series. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And there we go. The ORM-65 has ignited and we are on our way to above 1,000 meters. Yes. This is really quite a pathetic, pathetic launch vehicle. What year is it? We're only in 1951 at the moment. We are right at the very beginning. I've just built a couple of craft. We watched the SpaceX stream on the stream. Yeah, so we're early days, yeah. Very, very, very early days. We're going to arm these parachutes and hopefully, yeah, there we go. Awaiting negative velocity. I don't like the fact that we are tipping over quite dramatically already because I do need to get above 1,000 meters. I need to go above 1,000 meters in order to complete the contract. Come on, you can do it, Rocket. You can do it. I believe in you. You are the Rocket, the ORM, the stubbed toe. There we go, we've done it. You are the stubbed toe that can do it. Man, I want to do a US only version of this mod pack now. And so what, we basically, we do for all Kerbal kind, me and you, from the beginning, except you're the US and I am the Soviets, except I'm still launching from the Cape. I mean, that is something we could do. I'm not sure if I'm going to be very good at using the Soviet technology, though. I've never used it before. I mean, I could cut the engine now and just try and land this. Get the parachutes to deploy, but to be honest, the more we run this, the more scientific data we are going to get, so we might as well leave it. We've got the parachutes both armed now, so we're just going to wait for this to make its way gracefully back down and splash in the water. Nah, it's different. I suck at KSP. USSR launching from Florida. So N9, I did speak about this earlier on in the stream. Basically, we've gone for some weird alternate universe where the Soviets really just liked Florida. They liked the warmth of it. They wanted to pack away like all of their higher ups and officials over to Florida because it was nice and warm. Never mind the swamps or anything like that. So the Soviets invaded the US in like 1945, 1946, just stole Florida, and then so happened that, oh, this is a really good site for a launch site. So that's why we've gone for Florida. It's some weird, messed up, alternate history. The rest of the US is fine though. You're not speaking Russian or anything like that. No, it's just going to be the Cape. Really, the reason is I really wanted to use Katniss's Cape Canaveral for this playthrough because I thought it'd be really nice. Like, I really, really enjoy it at the moment. It looks absolutely fabulous. I'm using RS Evo as well. So I'm using a lot of very, very nice looking texture mods and atmosphere. Oh, no, I'm not going to. Whoa. Look at it spin. Jeez, that's insane. That's like 1 million revolutions per minute. It is the spinny boy now. It is that's spinning very fast. Why are we still getting... Oh, we're not getting any supersonic... Have they removed supersonic flight? Supersonic flight is gone? What? No more supersonic flight? Oh, that's annoying. That's a lot of science that I was kind of banking on getting. At least we're gonna get like 0.5, 0.7, and with the recovery of this vessel, we should get maybe 5. So hopefully that means we will be able to buy a few things in the vehicle assembly building. So you're saying during World War II, the USSR invaded Florida. Gotcha. Exactly. That is exactly what I'm saying. Thank you, Carnassa. It is, honestly, man, this is so good. Like, it looks incredible. And I've ever since I've been launching from the Cape now, I just can't not use it. It's so nice. Are we going to come hitting the... Like, what is going on here? Aerodynamics, this doesn't seem really like it should be doing this, but you know what? We're going to go with it. As far as I know, you have to select supersonic flight now. Oh, really? That didn't come up in the avionics because I went through and I checked thermometer and barometer and that didn't come up. So that's a little bit sad. And yeah, I definitely don't have it up on Kerbalism, which is a bit annoying. Come on, I want to get down quicker, but I don't want this to rotate in physical time warp so fast that it's basically going to tear itself apart. This is exactly how parachutes work. I checked. Well, Calvin McClure is certainly the man that would know if this is if this is how parachute. Like what is going on here? This is crazy. This is really crazy. But we're gonna come down now. Oh, we're running out of battery. Not that that really matters. There we go. And sploosh. Oh dear. Oh, don't sink. Please don't sink. Oh no, we're sinking. Can I? There we go. We can recover from here. That's fine. Normal recovery. We don't want to recover it to the spaceplane hangar or do anything like that. It's good. It's good. Kanasa, make N9 a mod. I suppose I could make Calvin and N9 a mod. They are definitely people that I feel like deserve mods on this. So yeah, we'll do that. You guys get mod privileges. Don't abuse it. I'm doing this from the kindness of my heart. Don't. Whoa. And I'm just dropping stuff all over the place. Oh, there we go. We've got 7 signs. Lovely. Absolutely fabulous. So yeah, Calvin and N9 and our mods. Breakfast. Is that what that's supposed to be? Stop it. Kanasa, stop it. I'm going to blush. Dang, it's party times. It is indeed. There we go. Well, we finished our first launch. That should have been done. There we go. First launch. Now what we can do is we can pick up the Carmen Line contract, which is going to give us 42,000 to complete that. And I suppose we could also maybe look at doing that, but we get... God, what? That is not a lot of money. Is this one that goes up with... yeah, the... Are you serious? 4,500. That's nothing. That's so pathetic. That's a pathetically small amount of money. But anyway, we've got some science. We've got 7 bits of science, so we can come in here and have a look. I feel like, are any of these... So Aerojet, no. So we can't use that because that's American. Aerobee. Do we get any basic Nike? No. Do the Soviets get any solid rocket boosters at all? Or can I kind of like say that because there are literally no Soviet boosters that I can use these? Or does it have to be, oh, solid rocket booster procedural? Ooh, I didn't know these were a thing. Well, we can definitely use those at some point, but that's not until 1958 solid rocket boosters, which is quite a way off. Oh no, Kanasa has handed out banning permissions. Calvin, welcome to Wrench Squad. Welcome to Wrench Squad indeed, Calvin. Kanasa, how are you after the 24-hour stream, bud? Not too bad, actually. It was Monday, I basically chilled out a lot, but to be fair, at the end of Monday, I did start filming the Starship recovery video, so I didn't even have a full day off KSP or anything like that. No, we went straight back into it. We get the Veronique. So this is for French. I can't use that. I can't use the XLR11, but I do get upgrades to the RD100. I get the RD101 there, and I get the ORM65 upgrade there. So this is, bear with me, because this is something that I've never really done. Russian playthroughs. So we can get the RD200. What's that look like? 210 surface level ISP, 234, 98.5 kilonewtons. That's definitely something that I might be looking into getting. But yeah, solid rocket boosters at the moment, they're not really going to be anything that we want to go for. But we'll get this, because the RD100 is definitely something that we want. If we get this and then this, I might be able to get 3,000 kilometers down range, although I'm not sure how I'm going to do it without without the Aerobee. So that's going to be very interesting. Hollow interstage. Oh man, that's new. That looks awesome. That's kind of like exactly what I want playing with Soviet kind of stuff. like hot staging sections. That looks amazing. I really like the look of that. That is definitely something that I'm going to be using. And I have noticed, I did do a quick sandbox as well. We're definitely going to get that. One thing that they have included is kind of Atlas configuration booster tanks that look really good, and you've got like the Atlas skirt, and there's new mounts for all of the RO tanks. There's a lot going on. There's been a lot that they've updated, which I'm really, really excited for. What can we get here? Can we get the RD102? We can. We can also get, yeah, we're not getting the AJ10. Okay, we could get the Veronique. We can't go for that. Right, so what's better? Early tracking systems, we definitely want that. We've got 4 science left. I could get early science, which science breeds science, so that is always nice. But I'm not sure if that's what I want to go for. So we got Sputnik there, which we will probably be looking at doing or getting something similar to Sputnik up. But maybe that's too expensive. Maybe the RD, I suppose. I don't know what I want first, really. Early material science would be nice. But yeah, these are going to be, although, you know what I'll do? I'll get that, I'll get early rocketry, and we'll also get supersonic plane development. Because this conic cockpit looks amazing. It looks so much nicer. See, people have fun. Kanasa, are you going to record any of highest number of RPO for your record? You know what? As soon as I started doing this live stream series, I did think, my first thought was, oh God, I'm going to be catching up to N9. And to be honest, this is my third start. This is my third run through. So I think, are we on the same now? Well, actually, if you include For All Kerbal Kind, that is another one. But then I'll be restarting again for that as well in a couple of months. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm aiming for it. We're going for that. KSP, hello Kanasa. Hello KSP. The game itself. Kanasa, I'm launching Mariner 1 right now. Then I will launch Kanasa 3000. What is Kanasa 3000? Do I want to know? Do I want to know? I'm excited for you using the RD108. Hello there, fellow 91 people. Holy wrench bap, man. Yes, N9. I think someone requested that you get it, and I thought, you know what, N9, Calvin, 2 KSP YouTubers, yeah, definitely deserve it. Right, so with that being done, I guess we can definitely scrap that. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. We're gonna also duplicate this because I do want one of those. What I might do as well is I've got 6,000 funds to breach the Carmen line, which we're definitely going to do. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We're going to upgrade the VAB, and hopefully that should bring that down. Yeah, that brought that down quite considerably from 128 days to 113 days. So this is going to be a slow start. It's definitely going to be very slow, but it's going to be worth it in the end. We could potentially go for some sort of rocket plane, but I'm not sure if I want to do that in the first year. Maybe we'll do that in the second year or somewhere around there. But we'll walk this to complete and we'll get Big E #1 all launched up. There we go. 113 days have gone in the blink of an eye. So how does the new X1 cockpit look? The new X1 cockpit looks fabulous. I can go into the vehicle assembly building quickly. It's also got recoloring. You can recolor it and it looks awesome. 10 million bajillion. It's quite a lot of times. I think probably like 3 or 4. I watched the end of, oh, there we go. I've knocked my headset out. I watched the end of N9's moon landing today, and my God, that was honestly, that was a cinematic experience. Like, it was tense all the way through. That episode, man, that was such a good series of episodes. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that today. Right, so we are not going. Yeah, all I was coming in here for was to show the conic cockpit because it looks awesome. So we'll go for new. If I show experimental parts, because I should be able to get it. Oh, hello, where have you gone? Look at it, it's beautiful. And what you can do is you can come down here and you can set it to TU recolor, and if you so desire, you can make it red. Or we could make it blue. We could put some sort of like metallic orange foam on there. Just trying to make this look as disgusting as possible. Oh wow, look at that. That is real special. And then maybe on the top we could make it red, but we could try and make this like, oh, lime green. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's really what we want to go for. We could make it shiny and detailed and specular. Look at that. That is just beautiful. That color scheme is the best I've ever seen. Like we're definitely sending some sort of conic cockpit up like that at some point. Swag. Yes, indeed. This is beautiful. It's awesome. But anyway, we're not faffing about with this anymore. We're gonna close this up and we're gonna launch E-Big, the big E. Yo, nice vomit machine right there. Indeed, it was. It was very vomit inducing. It was a very questionably colored conic cockpit. We might have a look at doing some sort of planes at some point, but we'll see. So Canasta, next video idea, orbit achieved only with SRBs. That might be something that to be honest, orbit only with SRBs in our real solar system, I don't think that'll be quite hard. You could use the RSM-RV and then some smaller solid rocket boosters at the top. That's probably, yeah, because the RSRMV gimbals, which is fine, that makes it quite easy to control. And yeah, I tried doing it with the Tiny Tims. That's not going to work because you need something like 60,000 Tiny Tims in order to get to orbit. It's just not going to, that's never, ever going to work. But yeah, no, it is something that I do want to do. Like video challenges, I do like doing stuff like that. And I do like doing wacky things like the cursed rocket, obviously the Hubble rescue yesterday. That was a really fun thing to do. So if anyone's got any ideas like that, there is the challenges on Discord, and I do check Discord very frequently and see what people are saying and just try and see what people want to do, because I would like to do some more challenges like that. I think someone challenged me to do SLB only to Minmus, and I mean that's probably quite easy to do, but that's a bit of a step away from what I usually do on my channel. But I'm sure I might be able to do that if I had a bit of a think and got back onto stock. Right, so we're gonna launch Big E1. There isn't any spy on the blue base. I've not seen. Is that like Team Fortress 2 related? I've never really played Team Fortress. Hello, Vals. Welcome to the stream. I'm streaming again after doing 24 hours not that long ago. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. I have said yes. I'm not going to be here for this weekend. I'm going away. I'm going to see some friends, some old uni friends. Going to see my wife's family. It's going to be great. So I'm not going to be able to stream this weekend, which is why I'm doing a stream in the middle of the week instead. So, Biggie! We totally haven't just stolen the European Space Agency flag and used the middle of it. Nope, it is the Biggie rocket with a RD-100 as the first stage. And what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that everything is running. I suppose I could get pressure scan all done. No, we don't want that. We want telemetry analysis, temperature scan, and we're going to send this up to space. We're going to send this up to space. We're going to fix the staging first, though, because that would have been very terrible. And hopefully, with a little bit of luck, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1... we have ignition on the RD-100, and we are on our way to space. We are really being propelled off the launch pad now. Yes, this thing is a much more powerful than that rubbish little ORM-65 that we were using before. And yeah, we should get a fair whack of scientific data from running this. We'll get more pressure scan information, more telemetry analysis, temperature scans, all of that. And we'll even get it from space low, and we'll also get it from flying high as well. So we'll get hopefully a fair bit more science. We should be able to get the science from recovery of a vessel suborbital. So yeah, we'll get a lot. But yeah, one of the other mods, I did talk about it before. I am now using RSS Evo, which is the mod done by Lucy, and it looks very nice. I did try going for the most up-to-date version, and the clouds were very blurry in it. Oh no, we've got performance loss. Can we make it into space though? Can Florida into space? We will see. We've got above 150,000, so I feel like this will work. It's just a bit of a shame that we had that performance loss. Right, so we are now flying high. I think what I'm gonna do is probably decouple. Yeah, why not? And we'll just get this going. We will arm these parachutes. Can I start the biological sample? Yep, we can, because we might as well get as much science from that as we possibly can. We'll arm that parachute, and in order to save myself a lot of headache, we'll do this. There we go. And we are going to breach the Kármán line quite successfully. And not only that, we are also going to get into space for the first time, and we'll make some milestones of going high. We saw some lightning over there, so that's something that RSS Evo does add, is lightning and storms, and it just looks really, really, really cool. Really, really cool. And like with Katniss's cape and everything that's going on. If I had 16K planet textures, it might be a bit nicer, but I felt like that was a little bit too much for my poor PC to stream as well. Can Florussia into space? Yes, that is what we're going to be. We're going to be Florussia. I love it. That is definitely... Oh, and look at this. It's new Principia, and it's all very new and interesting to me. And if I come into the map view, there's orbit lines everywhere. Look at the moon. It's spinning round and round and round. And like, this is, yeah, something that I am going to have to read up a little bit about and learn what to do, because I have absolutely no idea what any of this means at the moment. And I'm going to be learning as I do these streams. Yes, it's going to be something that will be interesting, and hopefully I learn quite a lot over the course of these streams. You should also be able to arm the parachutes by right-clicking their symbol in the staging list. Yes, that's what I did. But you can't do both. But if you, yeah, no, if you right-click the ones there, it'll open up both at the same time, and then you can go through. Transporter 1, Transporter 2, deployment starting now. Very, very nice. Orbits are for the weak. Suborbital gang. That's all we're going to be all we're going to be doing at the moment. Yes, it's just going to be suborbital. We have liftoff of Mariner 1. Congratulations, TP Kerman. I hope Mariner 1 goes completely successfully. Have to agree, that one was something else. What was this? Average standing rocket found versus average X-plane appreciator. Back in a bit, I hope. Cool, cool, cool. Right, so I'm... Excuse me. I'm really bad at checking chat these days. I do try and do it, but... yeah, I feel like I could be much better. And if you ask me something and I do accidentally ignore you, please know that's not me ignoring you on purpose. It's just because I'm so focused on doing what I'm doing and talking and stuff that a lot of the time, yeah, I just kind of... Oh, God, what was that? What was that? There's explosions, everything. We're bombing Florida. Oh, dear. Things are blowing up. But yeah, no, if that happens, that isn't me purposefully trying to ignore people. It is, I've just missed it. And... sometimes, like, obviously, there's 90 people here at the moment. There have been times when there's been, like, I think 150 is the most people that have come along to my streams before. So I'm not doing it on purpose. And I do feel bad when I check my streams and I see that people have messaged me and been like, oh, check this out. See my message. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Help, I'm watching the black and white pattern spin and my brain hurts. Look into the pattern. Look at... oh, you know what might even be worse? Oh, no. This is really bad. Look into the pattern. Look into it, be hypnotized by my voice and the pattern as we spin around and around and around. I'm going to stop that now because that is pretty disgusting, and I do sincerely apologize. But stare into the pattern, just like China. Is the stream lagging only for me? I don't know how the stream is going at the moment. It seems to be okay on my end. I might be wrong though. I have known to be wrong. I have known to be wrong quite a lot. So yeah, these parachutes are awfully weird, but at least we're getting some more scientific data, which is nice. How high is the chance of save game corruption with the new version? I honestly have no idea. I've not updated any of my saves. This is just a brand new save, and I start whenever I update a version. What I do is I keep my old version. So I've got about 6 different versions of KSP on my PC at the moment. I'm going to cut that because we're coming down really, really slowly. Yeah, no, I've got one for the next millennia. I've got one for the old RP-1, because just in case this went really, like, balls up. I've got one for Beyond Home. I've got stock 1.12. I've got stock 1.10. I've got far too many versions of KSP on my PC at the moment. So I don't know how well, like, an old save will translate into this version. It might do, but I think I've heard a lot of people, or at least the devs have said for RP-1, that there is a very good chance that if you do try and update to this, that it is save breaking, unfortunately. But we have done a suborbital return. There we go. Oh, and we're going to even flip the right way up. Nice. There we go. And we get absolutely no science from that. And we got quite a bit of science anyway. And we'll get even more when we recover this. because we have recovered a vessel from a suborbital trajectory. So if we go, yeah, normal recovery, we'll get a lot more science, which is nice. So Kanasa, make a larger V2 when you have the right technology. I am going to upgrade this with the RD100. I am also going to, yeah, we'll see what else we can do. So we'll go next, we'll go, okay, yeah. So basically this is like the original V2, isn't it? Oh, we got an upgrade. I'm assuming that's from science. I think because that's a science upgrade, I'll put that into the research and development building, because that seems like the smart way of going about doing it. We got 105,000 funds. Yeah, we're getting a lot of money. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I just want the charger.
I want the charger. Kanasa, are you going to try planes? I did that in the last RP1 series that I've got. I've not got access to the...
not good at planes.
No, that is true. And I've not got access to the XLR11 or anything like that, so I'm not sure if that's something that I want to do. I think I do want to pick that up straight away, though. Reach and return uncrewed. That's annoying, because I could have done that already with what I've got, so I might as well pick that up as well. And that is going to be the only contracts that we're allowed to pick up at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. I'm not sure if I should have picked up the 3,000 kilometer downrange one at the moment. I'm not sure if I've got the technology to complete that, but we will be able to do this, because I've literally just done that. Is there any of these that give me more money? They give me a bit. And yeah, it'll be appropriate to try and figure out how to do this. So I'll have a look at this, and we'll probably go into the VAB and start looking at things. I think, yeah, we will get that. We'll pick that up, because that gives us a lot more money. We are probably... Can I build the new launch pad? How much is that going to cost? 60 tons. 70,000. 150 tons is 150,000, which is expensive. And I feel like if I'm going to go for the R7 or something like that, that's going to be what I'm going to need to do. RP1 noob here. What does recovery to space plane hangar do? So if you recover to the space plane hangar, what you can do is you can just refly it again. It takes like a couple of days to recover, and then you can just launch it again, which is nice, rather than having to rebuild up the entire craft and do stuff like that. It's a faster way of getting some stuff done. And I'm not... you would do that with X-planes and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be doing that with these rockets. That doesn't make much sense. Right, I've got 15 science left. I could get basic rocketry, which will get me the RD-103, which is what I used to get into orbit in the last RP1 streams that I did. I kind of... Those are going to be very nice, but I feel like it's probably a much smarter idea to get avionics prototypes, because that is going to be crucially important. And I think we'll also get early science, because I'm going to need that. And we'll also get basic rocketry. And maybe I could go for supersonic flight. And then we'd get the cockpit upgrades for the new conic thing. The conic cockpit will get better stuff for that. And we get better air launch. Although I could also just wait, because to be honest, I've got the supersonic wings now, which is kind of like the main thing that I do want. Oh, decisions. And yeah, we can't afford that anymore. And that's very, very, very crucial bit of tech. And that is like great tech. And then we'll definitely be going to orbit. But these are really expensive. So I'm not sure how we're gonna go about doing that. Yeah, I really want to look... this I'm looking forward to. Solid rocket motor procedural. I didn't even realise that was a thing, so that is definitely something that I want to look forward to. I don't have to spend the science now. I've got so much tech that is being researched that it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, that's going to take 27 days. It's going to take hundreds of days in order to get all of this done, so there is literally no point. But I think what we're going to do is we'll launch Big E. I'm going to duplicate that again, and we'll rename... So this is Big E2, and this will definitely complete one of the contracts. This is going to be Big E3. I don't want to edit. I never want to edit. I always do that. This is going to be Big E3, but what I'll do is I'll keep duplicating these, because I don't think I'm going to change these very much. So I can have these being built up all the time. And rather than going into the VAB, completely designing something from scratch, what I will do is I'll come in here and I'll hit edit, and I will make the changes to the rockets that are already being built up, and I can say maybe lengthen the tank slightly, change the RD-100 to the RD-101, that kind of thing, rather than going in and designing something completely new. And I feel like with Big E2, before that is even built, I am going to unlock post-war rocketry testing, which is going to be great. And I think what I want to do is, because I got 150,000, I do definitely want to spend some of this. And I feel like we'll get that down to about 70,000 for now. Maybe even 50. 50 I feel comfortable with. And we'll put in, we'll get 1 point into the VAB. We'll get our research and development up, and then we'll do that. So there we go. And now these are going to take a lot less time, which is awesome. And that was basically what we gained from picking up the 3,000 kilometers downrange contract. So Kanasa has a good gaming chair. No, I do not. This is just a standard office chair. It's not even a good gaming chair. It's not the most comfortable of chairs. I've got a pillow. I sit on a pillow behind me in order to make it more comfortable. That's probably the next thing that I should buy for my streaming setup as a gaming chair. I wanted to get a green screen, but to be honest, I'm not sure if that's the right decision to make. Right, so that tech's going to come in 18 days now, which is awesome. So we will warp that to complete, and we will upgrade the engine on the Big E2 to the RD-101. Yeah, that's the engine that I'm thinking of. Yeah, let's get this done, and we'll go into the VAB, upgrade this, and see what we can do. What does Principia do? Principia is a N-body physics mod for KSP, and essentially what that means is, yeah, everything, the moon's gravity affects Saturn's gravity, affects Jupiter's gravity. You're not on fixed rail orbits anymore. Each planet and moon, and I don't think if it takes spacecraft into consideration, but they all affect everything else. It's a very, very cool mod, and it's a lot more realistic than the stock KSP orbital mechanics. But it's also very complicated, and I am not sure how I'm going to fare using it. But anyway, we're going to upgrade Big E2 and see what we can do with this. Just paint the wall green. I mean, that is something that I could do, but unfortunately, if I just painted the wall green, you would only be able to yeah, there's like obviously guitars and pianos and Lego Saturn 5s in the way and stuff like that, so it wouldn't quite fully cover it. What I wanted was maybe one of the ones that just goes behind my chair, or have like a thing that comes here and gets out of the way of my RAM poster. RAM 200 poster. If anyone knows what RAM records are in this stream, I'd be very, very surprised. It's yeah, it's a music label that I very, very much like. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this away. We're going to come into here, and we're going to upgrade to the RD-101. I think Alice is having a fit in the other room or something. I've got no idea what was going on there, but that was really, really, really bizarre. Are you all right? Are you okay? What are you doing?
Sorry, what?
What are you doing?
You didn't just do what I said, did you?
No.
We're being profit tested movie quotes.
Okay, it's just I can hear you really clearly. I'm like, I thought you were like having a fit or something. You're like, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You were quoting Shrek. Oh, okay. RAM Records is an independent label established in 1992 by Andy C. with the help of his friend Ant Miles. Yes, it specializes in drum and bass. The label and business is run by Andy C. and Scott Byrne, or Byrne. Yeah, I've seen Andy C. several times. I've never seen Ant Miles though. And I've got a RAM Records hoodie which has 92 on the back, which is also very cool because 92 is my birth year, which is, yeah, so it's very special to me. My favorite record label, and it's also got my birth year on the back, which is cool. All right, so vacuum, we are only burning 83 seconds now, so I definitely need to lengthen this. I think if we lengthen this rather than do anything else, this, although that being said, like, look at this, we're really not getting an awful lot out of this. We might need to make this bigger. That's only 69 seconds. Nice. But we're not, yeah, maybe we could do with making the bottom like 1.8. We're going to have to tool up this new diameter, the top 1.2. If I make the top 1.25, that's going to be better for film cameras. I should have done this before. But this is going to be the biggie, the even bigger E. It's going to be the biggest E known to man. And we'll make this come up to 1.8. How much is that going to be burning now? 101 seconds. This I should have done this before and maybe made the first rocket a little bit slimmer, but oh well. We're going to bring this down to about 80 seconds, I believe it was. Wait, you're 28? I thought you were like 22. No, I am. I'm not 28 yet. I'm 20. No, wait, no, I am 28. I can't remember my age. Yeah, I'm a lot older than I look. Well, I can't stay, but just want you to know you're awesome. Have a great stream. Thank you, Veos. And if people don't know, obviously, Veos has a YouTube channel as well. I think he uploads every day. Really, really, really good content. There was something that he uploaded, I think it was earlier on today, and it was using flags to set scenes in KSP, and it was really cool idea. And I don't know, I might want to do something like that at some point, use that idea, because that looked phenomenal, what you put together. Right, so 86 seconds, this is fine, this is okay, this is what we will use for now. This is going to be expensive though, because yeah, look, the original edited 0%, we're going to have to tool all of this up, which is not very fun, and this is going to end up being very expensive, but that's why I've got 47,000. And with these diameters tooled up, I don't think I'm going to be needing any other diameter. I really should have just used this to begin with, 1.8. I'm a little bit gutted that I didn't use this actually. I should have thought about it, but that would have been the smart thing. So we're going to go for 1.25, like so. And actually, to be honest, I don't know why I'm doing this, because this is... I need an orbital return. We could do that with the original Big E. What I might do is I might cancel the edits and I'll make this the Big E3 and we'll just do the Big E2 as the same as last time. But yeah, this is definitely something that I do want to improve upon anyway. So with that being done, that's 86 seconds. That's going to go there. That's absolutely fine. What is our center of mass and our center of thrust looking like? It is looking good. It's looking good. Veos made an Orion drive using fireworks. He did. That was a couple of days ago, I think. Everyday uploads. Everyday uploads. Every single day. So, so how much delta V to Mars? So 9,400 meters per second or thereabouts to get up to low Earth orbit. Then Mars is usually about 4,000 meters per second to do your trans-Mars injection, and then about 2,600 meters per second to capture at Mars if you're going an ideal transfer window. I'm fairly sure it's around there. It's around that thing. What in the heck just happened though? So am I increasing the rocket diameter? Yes, I am. Right, so with that being done, yeah, I'm going to make this Big E3 and we're going to cancel the edits, but I will save this up and just make sure that I remember to do this. And what I want to do is we want to get some structures because I want a payload. I'm really messing up my words. We'll get rid of those, and what we'll do is we'll get a camera. I know how to speak. I know how to speak. I don't know why. I don't know what Alistair was doing. It's really thrown me. I've got no idea what was going on. We're going to use an early film camera to basically yeet this up to space. And what we can also do is just underneath it have a separate steel high pressure tank. We'll do this like this. We'll make this about there or thereabouts, and what we'll do is I will fill this up with sounding payload, and then this should be good for a lot of things. We might need to make that ever so slightly bigger. So yeah, that's fine like that, and then we can get a couple of parachutes on the underside, put those there. How much does that weigh? That's 1/2 ton, so this thing is heavy, but 40 minutes is probably too much. We probably don't need that much. So if I come into the tank UI here, and get that down to about maybe like 200. We'll update that. That'll be good. And I need to start thinking about how I'm going to do the 3,000 kilometers downrange contract, because I'm not going to be able to do it my usual way, which is a little bit sad. And yeah, this thing is much bigger. Much bigger. We could also probably whack that in there as well, but I don't think we will. Ah, god damn it, I picked up the friggin' parachutes. So where did you hear that? I thought it was still 1.10.1. RSS RO RP1 is finally 1.11.1. So essentially, it's still only supported on 1.10.1. I'm playing it on 1.11.1 because as it stands, it does appear that it will work, which is kind of really, really nice. It's really, really nice that it works for this version. So that is, yeah, we're going for this, and I might end up crying in a few live streams time when I realise that actually, yeah, I should have stuck with 1.10.1. Right, so what we're going to do for this, we're going to make this, I think, like that. Open recoloring GUI, white and black. There we go. We'll just have that continuation of that, and there we go. That's all fine. And yeah, this will be Big A3. So I'm using your new Dawncraft from Kerbal Gets Real. Can it get to Saturn and get into an orbit around it? I can't, honestly, I can't remember what that craft was about. It was a long time ago. I think the new Dawncrafts were a series that I sent into Planetary, but that was such a long time ago now. Like I said, it's almost been a year since I started that series, so it's a long time. I can't remember. Honestly, maybe it can get to Saturn. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Who knows? Right, why am I not getting any Delta V from this? What have I done? Why have I messed this up? How is this broken? What is going on? Right, so this should work. Why are you saying no? Even MechJeb is saying no. I don't want to switch editor. Delta V stats. Yeah, MechJeb is reading no Delta V. Ah, I know why. I know why, because I need to remove all the tanks and add a new fuel type in, because this burns on a different fuel type. 86 seconds, I think this is rated for 85. Yep, so that's good. So this is going to be Big E3. We've got more science on here. We don't have any supersonic analysis, though, which is a little bit upsetting. Even, I think someone said you could add it as an experiment. Let's have a look and see. Thermometer, barometer. No, I can't. Is there anything under science? Supersonic analysis, no. So this is just going to be Big E3, and it'll get us at least a little bit more science. Some. I suppose what I could do, rather than having that a conventional structure, I might be able to... Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll save this up. We're going to cancel the edits for now. And yeah, so Big E3, we'll come in and re-edit Big E3, change that to this, and then launch Big E2, which is going to be basically the same rocket. Do that orbital return contract, which will get us a lot, and then we'll do some other stuff and see how it goes. Okay, come on, let's move over here. We're gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna... We'll just... I'm gonna scrap it, actually. We'll scrap this. Yeah, we'll come to the vehicle assembly building and build the next one up. So, Karnasa, I just want to say thanks for the RSS content. It has really helped me learn how to play that mode. No worries, man. Glad you are enjoying it and glad it's being helpful. So, Karnasa, you should do a tutorial on how to install RSS RO RP1 on 1.11. There's not really any point. Essentially, in order to get this, just do it for 1.10.1 and you're good. There's literally no extra steps. Just install KSP 1.11.1. The only difference that I had to do was I had to have a more up-to-date version of Waterfall in order for Waterfall to work, because I downloaded the recommended version of Waterfall and that no longer worked. Waterfall is now included within RO engines and RO capsules and all of that, which is really nice. But the actual Waterfall mod, which you do need, that is, yeah, no, you need a more advanced version of that. Right, so we're going to tool this up, and I'm going to cry, because that's 23,000, which I really did not want to spend, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, and we are going to launch this Big E3, and I get a little bit of money left over, which I am going to be using to... What am I going to be using that money for? I'm going to be using that for upgrading some things, I think. Although I might also want that for the better fuel tanks, which I am going to have to tool in a little bit. But what am I going to get for this suborbital return active? We are going to get 48,000, which is actually quite a nice amount. So I will upgrade. I'll put one more point into the VAB, and we'll see how this goes. I'm probably going to end up bankrupting myself, which will be very funny, very, very funny, but oh well. So we're going to warp to complete. We're going to launch Big E2 and see where we can get with this. We are coming to the end of 1951, and ideally right now, well, once I get this post-war materials science, what I would like to do is start thinking about working on a 3,000 kilometers downrange rocket. I can't do that because I'm going to have to think about of a different way without using the Aerobee, so I'm probably designed that after we launch Big E2. Yeah, that's going to be what we're going to have to do next. Hopefully Big E2 doesn't crash and burn. Fry, you got to do what you got to do. What is the advantage of tooling tanks? If you tool a tank, it makes it a lot cheaper. And it means that things are going to be built a lot quicker. If you don't tool your tanks, you're going to find that it costs something like 1,200 days to build your rockets, which obviously is a very long time. It's quite ludicrous. I have said I'm not going to be doing this as kind of like a speed run, like I was trying to do the last live stream series quite fast. This, because I'm using nothing but Russian engines, I am going to take it a bit slower, try and think about things a little bit more, and just see if I can actually not bankrupt myself and see where I can get. Tool or fool? But yes, KSP, Christ, what's this? Do you need to play on career for this mod? RP-1, so RP-1 is the career mode for Realism Overhaul. You don't need to get RP-1 in order to play Realism Overhaul, but if you play a career without RP-1, it will be weird and janky and doesn't work. What you can do though, if you just get RO, you can just do Sandbox, and Sandbox is fine. Yeah, Sandbox is absolutely fine to use on this series of mods. I really need to sort the staging out for this. Okay, so we're going to do basically exactly what we did last launch. Sounding rocket grind. Yay, woo, everyone loves it. So good, love it. Yay, it's the best part of RP1. Okay, and in 3, 2, and 1, we are going to launch. There we go. This rocket is powered by alcohol. We've got ethanol in there, so some sort of alcohol is being used to power this rocket. Liquid oxygen, HTP, and ethanol 75, and we are on our way to space. Sounding rockets, go! Yes, it's the sounding rocket grind yet again. I only started doing a sounding rocket grind not that long ago. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this to myself again. It's not even been that long, but yeah, I wanted to check out the new RP-1 updates, see all of the kind of new cool stuff that they've been doing. I might see if I do a plane at some point in the stream. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this again, honestly. Or how much Delta V does it take to get into an orbit around Saturn? An orbit around Saturn, I don't really know that off the top of my head because that's not something that I usually do a lot. Let's check and make sure. We want to be going above suborbital. So we'll go for about, I think if we go past 200,000, we'll get another milestone, so we'll go for that. And, oh no, I probably cut that way too short. We might not make 200,000. Maybe if I propel myself with the decoupler, that might give us a bit of a boost. No, it has not. Oh, I hope we make it to 204,000. Saturn, usually, I think it's about somewhere between 7,000 to 9,000 meters per second of Delta V to get towards Saturn, and then capturing at Saturn's really weird because you're not going to get a nice low orbit when you get there because you need something like 25,000 or 20,000 meters per second of Delta V. It's insane. You can do things like aerobraking at Titan, which will help you get into an orbit, or using the moons to help you get into an orbit. But usually you'll end up in a really inclined or elliptical orbit around Saturn, and you'll just kind of use the moons to kind of make yourself, use multiple gravity assist to get yourself into a bit of a nicer orbit and burn around the moons. That's what I've actually just been doing. So for Kerbal Gets Real, I was filming a little bit of that earlier on today, filming my Io rover. So I sent a rover over to Io a while ago, and basically, yeah, just kind of like figuring out, doing these, like a long series of different planned burns just to make sure that I can get that low of an orbit around Jupiter. Anyway, we're in space. We are in space. What we're going to do is we are going to right-click on these, or click on those, and then right-click on each one of these. Arm the parachute. Arm the parachute. We're going to turn on all of our scientific experiments. They have all been done. We're still got a lot of science to gain from this, which is really nice. We should have gained another milestone there. So we've got 13,000, and yeah, we've got 11.9 science. So our science gains are going up. Cape Canaveral looks a little bit weird like that at the moment, but you know, it's okay. Does latest RP-1 have any futuristic tests like KSPI? I'm fairly certain it does not, and I don't think RP-1 will have any of that kind of tech, not for a very long time. Maybe we might see things like that starting to come into a bit more play now that KSP is in 1.12 and it's not going to have any more updates, but it's just not really what RP-1 is about. RP-1 is more about the race to the moon and kind of earlier rocketry. I would like RP-1 to be more futuristic and oh my god, more explosions. But no, it's more, yeah, no, I'd like to see it be a bit more futuristic, and that is something that I've always really wanted to do, is kind of like a far future RO series at some point, but it's not really feasible at the moment, not unless I went and modded in everything myself, and I am no modder, so that is something that I will not be able to do. I mean, I'm trying to learn how to do some patches at the moment, but I'm really not very good at them. My save corrupted 2 weeks ago, but my new save is now at the same point, only 5 years earlier. Very, very nicely done. It's always nice to like try and race your time, but I've told myself for this one, like I've mentioned it several times, I'm not going to be racing my times. I know I'm not going to beat it. I've never done a Russian engines only playthrough before. It's going to be way harder for me. There are tried and tested designs that I usually like to go for that I am not going to be able to use. So I'm not timing myself on this run. But when I'm in for All Kerbal Kind later on, I've got to, I think before I join that series in, I think it's roughly around September, that I'll be joining as ESA. I'm definitely going to sit myself down probably for about like a week or so before and just try loads of different wacky UKSA, ESA kind of concepts that I want to do, just so I have some idea of how to progress fast enough so that I can kind of catch up with N9 and Beardy and not be left behind. So what's KSP2's release date? Next year in 2022, I believe. I don't know if there's an actual release date yet, but I know it was originally going to be April 2020, which would have been really nice. We could have all played KSP2 over the course of lockdown and COVID, and yeah, the year after that. No, as far as I'm aware, it's still 2022, and obviously we're getting all of these updates for it, and it looks kind of like that they are definitely progressing with it, so hopefully we will see it relatively soon, but I imagine, I think the last I heard it was like quarter 3, quarter 4, 2022. So it's basically another year away. Yeah, it's going to be a while. RSS for KSP2. I do imagine that there is going to be RSS, RO, RP1, all of that kind of good stuff for KSP2, but I wouldn't expect to see that for at least maybe a couple of years after KSP2 has released. Maybe it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for that to all get done. We've also got to see just how easily moddable KSP2 is going to be, because that is something that we don't know yet. There we go. We've brought this down. We should have got that contract completed. We've got 15.2 science, which is glorious. If I have a look there, is there any other milestone contracts that 300 kilometers? That'll be something that we'll get soon. And what we'll do is, yeah, we'll recover the vessel. Normal recovery. It depends on the game API too. Yes, that's what I mean. Like how it's going to be, how the game's going to basically live up to KSP1. Like KSP1, from what I'm aware, I'm not really a modder. I've never really done it that much. It's a very easily moddable game, and it was always built around the modding community. Like I remember playing it before it was released, like in early beta, and there were loads of mods. Like KSP Interstellar was a mod when I started playing it, and that was in 2013, way before the game was even released. So it's going to be interesting to see just how KSP2 does hold up to that. It's something that I'm looking forward to, and hopefully it does hold up quite well, and we get to see lots of interesting mods coming along. Right, so we're going to spend another upgrade point, I think, because it's a science one. We're going to put that into our science. And now we're working on Big E, number 3, and I'm going to duplicate that again because why not? We've got that all tooled up, and I think what I'm going to do on the bottom of that, we'll have a look, I suppose, in 17 days. I'll wait 17 days, We'll wait 17 days and we'll have a look and see if there is... I should have picked up another contract as well. God, this is going to be a terrible time. And I got 23 science. Oh, I got loads of science. Okay, right. So contracts. We've got the 3,000 kilometer downrange, which I really want to do. This is going to be something that I want to do that Big E3 will do. I suppose that's altitude above the 170,000. With that, yeah, we'll easily be able to do that. What about downrange distance? Does that give us any more? It does. We have to be 390 kilometers downrange, reach an altitude of at least 140. So I probably will test this out, 255 units. I feel like that is something that we can definitely do with Big E3. But what I want to do, now that we've unlocked that, I'm going to pick up that contract when we launch it so that we get the biggest amount of funds that we can, because it will go up more and more and more in the 98 days that it's going to take to build this. But what I want to do first with essentially Big E4, we're going to rename this. And we're going to see if there's any way that I can kind of mess around with the technology that I've got at the moment to get 3,000 kilometers downrange. Because I feel like we should be close. We should be very close. We do need a controlled first stage, which is going to be a right pain. And maybe what I should be doing is going for avionics prototypes next. Because that's going to... Ah, no, we can't. I need early tracking systems first. Wait, hang on. Am I getting confused here? Oh, yeah. That gives us an avionics upgrade. Yeah, no, that's fine. Early tracking systems is the one that I do want. We'll get avionics prototypes, like somewhere around there. That's fine. Okay, so I wonder if RP-1 will be called RP-2 and more futuristic in KSP-2. Something with KSP-2. Obviously, the whole game itself is going to be more futuristic. Oh, coming back in science because I've got science to spend. Yeah, the whole game is going to be more futuristic. So it's certainly something that I imagine we could see. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how, if it will be super futuristic or anything like that. It'll be interesting, though. What we're going to do is we are going to research that, because that's a very important node. We will also research that, because those rocket engines are going to be glorious. And then we've got 6 left. And to be honest, I think I'm going to start going up solids, because I never, ever use solids. I could get 5 there, but at the same time, I really want this, because I also really want this. So I need another 17... in order to get that and that, because that's first scientific satellite contract. Is there anything new there? I don't think so. Is there anything new and exciting there? I don't think so. So yeah, I'm obviously going to be learning a lot more about RP-1, the new features that we are going to be doing over these streams. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. Good early night, y'all. Thank you, Siren 001. Is that you coming along for the first time, or are you heading off? Because I don't think I've seen you in the stream if you've been here already. But Siren the Dino Man. I saw you were playing. If you're here now, I saw you playing Jurassic World Evolution. I really want to get that on my PC. I've got it on my Xbox One, but it's a game that I really want to try. Right, anyway, enough about this. We're going to modify Big E4. I'm going to see if I can have a look and see how I can get to that 6,000-ish meters per second of delta V that we're going to need in order to make this a 3,000 kilometer downrange contract. And Canassa, you lucky bastard, did you get Principia to work with RP-1? I've been trying to get it to work for ages and it doesn't work. I don't know how it works at the moment. I've not got to space or done anything like that, so it's going to be interesting. It might work, it very well may not. We'll have to see when we get there. We will definitely have to see when we get there. Right, so this is giving us 3,500 meters per second of delta V. That's okay, but what we can do is we can do this and upgrade that and then fill that back up, and now we get 4,148 meters per second of delta V for just this stage, which is awesome. We can't do anything with this because we've got the RD-101. One thing, this could be really, really stupid, but I don't think this will work, because the ORM is definitely not going to work. Like that, I don't think we're going to get any sort of power that I need for this. We could get that, which gives us a little bit better. Yeah, Right. So what I'm gonna, yeah, no. I'm faffing about. We're gonna get rid of this. We are going to create a avionics procedural. I'll make this kind of like 4 meters in diameter. If I go, well, no, we'll go for a smooth cone, and we'll make the top 0. We'll make the bottom 0.4, 400 millimeters. Oh my god, I can't do anything today. We'll make the length go up a little bit. And we will grab ourselves a... oh no, we don't quite get those yet. Grab ourselves another conventional structure tank, make that aluminium high pressure, and go down to about there. And we'll whack the ORM on the bottom of there. Because this is hopefully going to be... I wonder how much delta V this will give us. What's the burn time on that? 126 seconds. Yeah, no, that's way too much, because this can only burn for... where am I? This can only burn for 80 seconds. If I upgrade these... I mean, it only costs 100 funds. That's barely anything. Rated burn time, 200 seconds. Oh, okay, so an advanced version of this might actually help. So if we get rid of that, place that back on... that's now 153 seconds. Is that still the kind of stuff that I'm going to be using? 153. So we can burn this a little bit more. Go for about 205, because I think this was 200 seconds. 205. The ignition failure rate isn't awful, but it's not great. And I can look at changing some things on here, because there are definitely things that I need to change, such as grabbing this, going for something like so, a nice small little one, because at the moment, yeah, the ORM as well is such a small little kind of thing. Yeah, we only need that, which kind of looks a little bit silly, but it's what we're going to go for. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get some procedural avionics on the top of this, see if I can basically make a bumper rocket, but with the ORM rather than the Aerobee. Which is, yeah, I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. We'll see. It should be okay. We'll get this at the top here, like so. And yeah, this is... I don't think this is going to have enough delta V. 5,600 meters per second, but we might be able to squeeze a little bit more out of this. Do we have any electric charge in here? No, we don't. Oh, that's going to make it worse. Oh dear. Right, well, I'm sure there's things that I can do in order to fix this. Alright, tank UI, no room for tank. It's because we need to change this to just a science core. And we will add some electric charge. We probably only want about, like, 50 at the most, I reckon. So we'll go for 50 there, because this is going to be an unguided upper stage. And it's going to be a terrible unguided upper stage, which has a thrust-to-weight ratio of 0.59. Yeah, this isn't... I'm not sure if this is going to work, but there we go. We've got 5,832 meters per second there. How much does this bottom stage weigh? So we probably need... we need like 18 tons in here. Oh my good golly gosh, we're going to need even more avionics. We need even more avionics. There we go. We'll go for 18.5 tons, because avionics no longer stack, which is kind of upsetting. My computer crash fires, Will. Oh dear. I hope that you didn't lose anything important. I hope you saved and recovered all of the data and all of that kind of stuff that you need. But what we're going to do is make sure that there's... bloody hell, that's a lot of electric charge. We don't need anywhere near that much. We probably need about 500. 500 will probably be enough. 5,856 meters per second of delta V at the moment. That is real close, but I'm not sure if that's going to quite cut it. We need about 6,000 meters per second. That might just do us. And I mean, I can have a look and see if this will work, because this would be great if this works, because this is basically using the kind of current setup that I've got, except we've got avionics, which are really bloody expensive. 18.7, that's fine. I'm just going to color this in, because I've got to get my paint where I need it. We'll go for something like this, because I would really, yeah, that, yeah, why not? We'll kind of merge the stubby toe, which is what I used originally. So I think the sides, if we go for like that, Yeah, I like it. The biggie stubby toe, the kind of crossover. It's the crossover episode of the 2 rockets that I've built so far today. And they are looking... I mean, I'm not too fussed about this one. I quite like how this one looks. It's not bad. It's not bad. It could have been a lot worse. I think I might just leave these plain silver. And I don't need wings. We're not going to need wings on this. At least I don't think we should. That's all fine. That is all fine. That's all correctamundo. And I think what I want to do... Oh, can I get rid of that? The A. Yeah, A go away. A. Right, there we go. I might just... What do I want to colour this? No. Just go for a white and black top or something. If people have got colouring recommendations in the chat, why don't you drop them in the chat as well? Because that is probably... Yeah, like, well, what do I want chat to colour the rocket again? We've been there before and it ended really badly. It ended up having some sort of magenta, horrible looking thing. So it was very interesting. Pulling my hair out for the last 3 hours trying to do asteroid intercept on stock KSP. I'll try again tomorrow. I hope you have much better luck tomorrow. I've never actually done an asteroid intercept at all. I think I might have done it in stock once, but it was a long time ago. I can't remember if I did that or not. So we're going to hot stage this because we are going to need to hot stage this. I'm just a bit worried about hot staging it though, because this really does not have the thrust to weight ratio necessary, but we'll see. 5080, yeah, that's a good amount of delta V. Now what I want to do, I want to make sure, I don't want to control this. I really don't want to control this. So, like, I never like controlling the downrange rockets. It's just something that I'm like, nah, not really my cup of tea. So what we'll do is we'll curve that a little bit more, because at the moment this really isn't providing an awful lot. We'll go, maybe that will be good. And we'll test this out. We'll test Big E4 out, save this, and we're gonna simulate. I wonder how much this is gonna cost at all. It's going to take 145 days and another 8,000. My word. But that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. Absolutely fine. We are going to not launch, simulate, and see how this goes. Black and grey, red, black and white. I think I'm going to go for, like, at least, well, the top, I'm going to keep the color scheme for the bottom the same because it is essentially just the next variant in the first stage of this launch vehicle. But anything on the top, yeah, I think we will have a look, and we'll have a look and see what other people have said. So I enjoy making KAL overclocked crafts in stock. That's what the Orion drive has been using at the moment, isn't it? In stock, the KAL. I've never used it personally, but I know you can make the fireworks in the new 1.12 version have stupid. Oh, you know what I didn't do? All right, we need to revert back to the vehicle assembly. Yeah, you can make it really, really powerful, and you can basically just like blast yourself away with some sort of like Orion drive kind of configuration. So anyway, I said, you know what I didn't do? What I didn't do was flip the rocket over, because I need to make sure that it is flipped over, because I don't want to control this. I really don't want to control this. I want this thing to do its own thing. I want it to get 3K downrange without any input from me. It's just really nice if you can do that. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. So in order to do this, we've built this up. I don't think it quite has enough delta V, but it's going to be very, very close. And if it doesn't quite make it, there might be a few little extras. I'm not sure. The next thing that I'm thinking of doing is attaching just another RD100, or is it ground lit only? It might be ground lit only. Can I do that? Oh, that would be a shame. XLR41. No, we can't go for that. Let's have where is it? The RD100. Veronique. Oh, I might be completely blind. I'm going to get rid of this. RD100. Ignition, ground support clamps, subject to ullage. Right, so yeah, I can't launch that. This has got to be my second stage engine, which is a real shame. What's the Veronique? That is, I could use that. It was the first French high altitude sounding rocket, but that's French. We're using Russian. Does that count? France or Russia? I mean, Napoleon invaded Russia. And that didn't go very well for him, did it? So I don't think we are allowed to use that. Anyway, we're going to sort this staging out, and we're going to tip this over in the right direction. And it's only going to be ever so slightly. So if I rotate this and we go for maybe about that, maybe about that, that might work. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. What's our thrust to weight ratio off the pad? Bloody good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so now with that being done, I'm going to save this up again and we'll simulate it again. And hopefully this should be everything that I need in order to make it 3K downrange. 3,000 kilometers downrange, but I don't think I've got quite enough delta V. I used Principia before and it is so bloody great. I really want to learn how to do it. Obviously, I'm not really using it at the moment because that's only going to be coming into play really when I start getting into orbit and when I start going to the moon and all of that kind of stuff. First couple of streams, probably not going to get there. I'll probably achieve orbit in stream 3, I imagine, because this is only going to be a bit of a shorter stream as well. I'm not going to stream for the usual 4 hours that I do because I need to get away and film some next millennia. So it's going to be over in the next 40 minutes or thereabouts, just because, yeah, I need to film some stuff before I go away this weekend. Right, so let's try this up. Let's throttle you up, and this does have avionics on it, which can control it, but I'm not going to touch those. So in 3, no, we'll wait for the day. We'll wait for the day because it's always nice to get to launch in the day so we can see what's going on. There we go. So in 3, 2, and 1, we're going to fire up that RD-101. And there we go. And let's see if this gets us 3,000 kilometers downrange. And in order to check this, we want our flight recorder up and we can have a look here. So there we go. Distance downrange, we've come 90 meters, and already I have a feeling that we have not... Well, it's not going too badly, actually. There was very kind of janky off the launch pad to begin with, but actually, now that we're gaining a little bit of speed, this looks like it might be a decent flight profile. And I feel like 5,865 meters per second, or however many meters per second of delta V that I did have, should be enough to get us the distance downrange. Oh, it depends. Unfortunately, it doesn't want to work with RP-1 for some reason. That's a bit of a shame, because it seems to be working fine, but I've not really done anything that kind of major. Like, we've not really been using it as Principia should in this. I might need some fins on this second stage because we're only 32,000 meters up, which means we're still flying low, and we are going to be going for our stage separation soon. I might need some fins on this. We'll see how it goes. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to fire up that engine and we're going to decouple. Come on, fire up. There we go. Yeah, no, we need fins. We need fins. Absolutely 100% need fins. Oh dear. Because yeah, that spun completely out of control. So that's not going to work. That is not going to work. I need to come away and revert that flight and see if I can change that up and see if that works. So it landed the first reusable first stage on my own in 1963. Very nice, really surprised. I think, yeah, weren't you showing pictures of those on Discord the other day? Or it might have even been today. And I thought that looked awesome if it was yours. I'm sorry if it wasn't, but I'm fairly sure it was you that was sharing those images. And they looked amazing. The lander looked really, really, really cool. I really, really liked it. So, oh dear, famous last words of every KSP player, yes. Well, actually, what's my one that I'm using a lot at the moment? I think I'm using, oh, hello. Right, no, we want you to come down to about here. We want you to be very thin. It's like, that is something smart, or something like, that would be the smart thing to do. And I'm always like, but yes, me no smart. So that's something that I've been saying an awful lot recently. Right, we want to bring this down to about there, probably. Get these very, very weird looking wings. Like very, very, very thin and dragged, but we only need a little bit of aerodynamic stability up here. So we'll see how this goes. If I take this off and look at, yeah, so that's still not quite enough. I need a bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit. Oh no, god damn it. I hate the B key. I hate that the B key is set to 2 different things. Like, why? Why, B9 procedural wings? Do you have to do this to me? It's so upsetting. Anyway, B key to do this. That's quite hefty. That's quite chunky. Maybe we'll go for, like, a slightly bigger there. Oh, dear. It's a fat wing. Very fat wing. And we'll get these out like this. Come on. Come on. Do these really need to be this monstrously huge in order for this to work? I suppose we could probably do something like this and they might be a bit better. But I don't like this. I don't like how big these wings are being. I think, actually, if I J this open and we can get rid of that, and that's, yeah, it's a little bit better, but still not the best. Maybe we can go for slightly bigger there. Bring that down. Bring that down there. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. And that should provide enough aerodynamic stability and all of that cool stuff. Tintin rocket, 2 heavy fuel tank, top heavy fuel tank. Yeah, oh, I suppose I could have probably put some stuff in there, but you know what? That's fine. It's fine. We're going to lift this up now and see if this does any better, which it probably will not do. But, you know, we're going to give it a go anyway, and hopefully it works a little bit better. Oh dear, now our center of lift is really bad, so we need to make these a little bit bigger. Something like so. There we go. That's okay. That'll do us. That'll do us. That's fine. That's fine. Here we go. And we'll try that again. Big E number 4. I'm going to save it up. We're going to simulate it, and hopefully... Oh, there's one other thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to pitch this over just ever so slightly more. Ever so slightly. If we just move it, say, like... Come on, like there. That might do a bit better. Right, so with that being done, we're going to save this up and simulate, and there we go. Ah! Can't you move the wing down? I could, but unfortunately, the wing is, obviously, it's going to be where the stages decouple, and I don't really want them all bashing into each other, smashing into things, and causing a bit of a mess. No, we like to keep our rockets clean. Top heavy fuel tank. I'd say either general media or created media at Joseph Kerman's. Raptors in 63. Raptors in 63? What? Who's got Raptors in 1963? That's madness. That's absolute crazy talk. Anyway, so enough of the crazy talk. We're going to warp ahead to the morning so that it is a bit nice and sunny. We can see what's going on. And yeah, we will launch this in 3, 2, and 1. And go. I didn't wait for that to start up properly. That's messed this up. Oh dear, that's probably not a good thing. Yeah, we'll revert that flight to the launch and try that again. Oops. Does 1.11.2 work? There's no such thing as KSP 1.11.2, I don't think. I talked about this before. I think there's only 1.11.1. I don't think 1.11.2 was ever a thing. At least when I changed my version down to 1.11.1, it was the only one that I saw on Steam. I might be wrong, but I'm fairly sure that doesn't exist. I think there was only one small patch released for KSP 1.11, wasn't there? Do you think KSP 2 is going to have weather? Well, they've got clouds now, which is nice. So fairly possibly. It would be very, very cool if they did something like that. Underrated opinion. Night launches are nice. Thing is, with night launches, you really can't, especially with like YouTube compression and all of that, you really can't see what's going on at all. There we go. This should be a bit better to launch now. I hope so. Like a bit of rain. Excuse me. Bit of rain, always nice. I don't know, I feel like I'm English. I can't really talk about the rain being nice. I've got to complain about it. I've got to moan and say, oh, the weather's absolutely terrible today, isn't it, governor? Oh, it's awful. It's absolutely atrocious, and talk like that. And I don't even know where that kind of accent would be from, but not how I talk anyway. Definitely not how I talk. I like this flight profile, though. This flight profile is very nice. As long as this doesn't flip all over the place when we release it, which now that we've kind of got these added fins up here, that should provide a bit more stability for this stage. might be a little bit better. We're kind of almost at the 45-degree mark, which is also pretty good. 30 seconds left to burn on this stage, but I'm not sure if we are going to be able to do it with this. I love the reflections as well. You can see that the orange from here is reflecting on those B9 wings, which is pretty cool. At least I think that's what's doing that. It might be they're just overheating and I've done something terribly wrong. It could be that as well. So we've got 7, 6. I'm going to launch this at about when it just hits 1, 2, 1. There we go. And we'll fire that up. Oh, no. No. Well, that didn't work. That was definitely what was wrong with those then. They burn up in the atmosphere. I'm surprised that the wings down there didn't burn, but these ones did. We're still kind of pointing in the right direction, though. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near 3,000 kilometers downrange, though, with this kind of style of rocket. No, we need to be, like, somewhere over here. That's a bit of a shame. This is going to burn for 200 seconds. We'll time warp ahead and see what this does, because I don't think we're going to get really anywhere with this. We're going... Oh, great. How did you get vapor in the feed lines when you were burning? You were burning the fuel. That shouldn't happen. Oh, well, how far are we going to get with this? And why are we only going 1 times time warp? We don't even make it a third of the way. Well, we will make it a third of the way, but really not anywhere that I need to go. Right, so let's revert the flight. Revert back to the vehicle assembly building and see if I can maybe up the mass on those wings and it might make them a bit more sturdy. Hi, Siren. Kanasa, when it switches to the ECI and the new nav board, what does that mean? Thanks. That is to do with Principia. I have no idea because I've never used Principia before. It is a new mod that I'm playing with that I'm going to have to learn about. Right, let's up the mass strength of these a bit and hopefully that that works a little bit better. And even then, I don't think we were getting quite lofty enough. So I'm going to go like that and fine-tune this, and hopefully this will work, and we'll simulate this again. And I just want this to work. Damn it. More boosters. Just kidding. More boosters in KSP, RSS, and RO. Generally, it's not, well, especially at this stage of the career, it's not really something that you want to be doing. I want to get this done for under 20 tons, and this is the way to go. I probably could do it if I could definitely do a whack bumper, but I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to do that. It's American rocket, American engines. American engines are bad. Someone said they wanted to see a night launch. I can't be bothered skipping ahead to the morning, so we're going to fire this up and let's go. Here we go. The engine has now been fully throttled up. Let's see if we can get this successfully on its way to space. Fluorussia can into space. Is the Electron possible in RSS RO RP-1? I believe it is because the engines for it are available. Wait, no, am I thinking of the right... Rutherford engines for the Electron, isn't it? Yeah, but they are in RSS RO RP-1. They're really far down the tech tree, but they are in the game. So, come on, Wings. You can do it with better mass. Hopefully you won't heat up quite so dramatically. So yeah, I think that wasn't the reflection on there. I do believe it was just this burning up, which is real sad. Yeah, this is looking good. We want to be tipping over. Yeah, they're warming up. That's really annoying. Why are those warming up but these ones aren't? Ideally, I'd like to get away with not having these on there at all, but that's not gonna be possible with how weak this engine is. I need them to maintain its stability. I could maybe do a loftier launch, but that's kind of going against what... Whoa, what is going on now? Why are we going up? Okay, that's interesting. We just completely changed our... Oh, great. Fabulous. Well, this is going really, really badly. Really badly. I need a loftier launch. Maybe it is better if I controlled this for the first part on my own. But that's going to be really hard with the spin stabilized beginning stage. Yeah, you were going a lot faster this time. I think you're pitching over a little too fast. Ascent profile is too shallow. Yeah, I suppose we can change that, but I don't think we're going to get far enough if I have it any higher up. I'll see. We can change it around. We can change it around. We can make us go up a little bit more. I want this to be unguided because I just prefer doing this unguided. Kanasa, will you do a Skyline mission anytime soon? Could be very cool. Potentially. That is something that I could look into doing. I know the Sabre engines are in Naro, I believe, or they're basically the Rapiers. Is it Rapiers in stock and Sabre? Yeah, Sabre is the real engine, isn't it? Yeah, it could be something that I do. I do like Skylon, but doing an SSTO. I've tried SSTOs in stock before, in RO before, and they're not very fun to make. They're really not fun to make, and they're not worth it. Why did you just do that? Why did you just flip all that way? I literally just put you up to about there. So I think if we go for about that kind of angle, that might be a bit better. And once again, we're going to go and simulate, and hopefully nothing goes terribly wrong, because this is what you do for the 3,000 kilometer downrange contract when you don't know what you're doing with it. You just test it all the time. Hi, Karnasa. Great to see you again. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get earlier to the stream. How long you want to stream today? I'm not going to be streaming for an awful much longer now, just because I've mentioned I'm going away this weekend. Essentially, I'm only streaming now because I'm not going to be able to stream this weekend, and I need to go away very shortly and work on more of the next millennia, because I've not got enough of that done up for a Friday release. So I'm going to spend probably about 3-4 hours after the stream finishes trying to record some more of that so I can edit it all tomorrow and then do voiceover on Friday morning before I leave. But even then, I might... I don't know. I think I've only got about 5 hours of footage at the moment, and it might be a short episode. Anyway, we're gonna try this again. So in 3, 2, and 1, fire up that RD101. Please work. And there we go. We're gonna go for this, and it's just another nice descent into space. I suppose I could control this if I wanted to, but I really don't want to. Am I right thinking it's harder to tilt over if you're spinning versus aero way behind mass? Well, I imagine it's definitely harder to tilt over whilst you're spinning, because it's a lot harder to control. Like, even using WASD, it's much harder to set your well, which way you want to go. It is doable, but it is going to be a lot harder. But also spinning, it kind of keeps you pointed in the same direction. I'm not entirely sure all of the aerodynamics behind it and all of the physics behind it. I'm not really that clued up on it, but I know this works. So will reduce your pitch over rate. Yes, having a high caliber aero stability will produce the same effect. Thing is, I want this to be spin stabilized so that this doesn't... Yeah, we're getting red burny wings again. We're not even going anywhere near where we were before. They're going to burn up, aren't they? They're going to burn up at 1,000. Why are these wings so terrible? I might need to get supersonic wings for this. I think I am researching them, but I'm a ways off getting those yet. Yeah, we're no longer following our surface. Yeah, we're tilting. We're really tilting. This does not like... Yeah, we're not getting 3,000 kilometers downrange if we're going in the wrong friggin' direction. No, this is... We're just going to go up. Right, so we're just going up and up and up and up. We're now going backwards, apparently. Oh, dear. 200 seconds of burn this, though. But we're going the wrong way. We're going to get like 100 kilometers downrange. Yeah, even this spin isn't really enough to keep it stabilized, which is annoying. Come on, where are you going to end up? Nowhere near where we want to. I'm not entirely sure why the rocket is flipping all over the place before. Why are we under acceleration? Oh, we had a shutdown again, did we? We didn't even burn through all of the fuel. Fabulous. This is going about as well as I would like it to. Oh dear, we're going to go back to the vehicle assembly building and see what we can do to fix this. Sounding rockets are a hard deal, harder than most people think. They are. What mod produces those lights? I'm playing with RS Evo at the moment. Yeah, RS Evo. If you type in, I think it's just RSS Evo. If you type it in, it should be like kind of like the first link. It's very nice. It's very high quality kind of. What am I called? What I can't think at the moment. high quality visual effects for real solar system and all of that. It looks very, very nice. It's awesome. I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's done by It's Just Lucy. They've put a lot of work into the mod and it looks fabulous. Okay, so we need, yeah, we're not even getting the amount of delta V that's required anymore. These things are just naff. Like, you can go away. This is losing control. I could try it again without the wings on here, but to be honest, this is, yeah, this is going all over the place. Because this is just naff. This engine, the ORM 65, is the worst thing in existence. It is the worst engine ever. It'd be much better if I were, say, allowed to use the XR11 or the Aerobee, but I'm not allowed to use that. So I've got to figure out a way of getting, I think I've got to figure out a way of getting 6,000 meters per second of delta V without using this. Maybe using just a single stage or something like that, which is crazy. I've got the Veronique, which I can't use. Can't use any of those. I've literally got the RD100, which is ground lit only, ground clamps, supports ullage, and the ORM 60, which just isn't working out at the moment. I might be able to get supersonic wings later on. To be fair, I can try with them now, because I have got them unlocked. So I guess we could have a look and see if I can place some super duper sonic wings on here and see if that does anything, but I'm not entirely convinced. We'll get rid of you. And of course, this is now going to set this all the way down because I'm going to be using B. So thank you for just getting rid of my craft. You can probably tell I'm getting slightly frustrated with this. I am not enjoying it. Wow, look at those wings. Look how big they are. The AJ1037 is way worse. What, than the ORM 65? No, it's not. It's great. Wait, the AJ1037, what, for the air, or it's the 47, isn't it? The AJ1037 is the AJ1037 is the Star AJ10. It's this one, isn't it? I should have it unlocked. AJ10 series early. I think it's this. Yeah. This is great. Look at it. 115 seconds, 240. It's got 33 kilonewtons. This is such a good early upstage engine. Its failure rate is abysmal, but it's got its uses. It's got, what is going on there? Why have you just sunk into my rocket? I stand by the AJ1037 being an amazing piece of hardware. I love it. I love it. I use it all the time, and it's going to be really sad that I'm not going to be able to use that on this career. It's going to be a weird one. It's certainly going to be a weird one. Right, we're going to bring this down. This is very, like, I don't know, elevator music at the moment. Like, very, very chill. All right, let's bring you down. And come on, these should be a lot better because they're supersonic wings, and we want to make these as small as possible. I'll go for like that. It's not the best. There we go. We'll go for that. Get that down to like 0.5, because I think if I look on here, the temperature is just different, which is going to be the main thing. So they're not breaking or anything like that. They're just overheating. So if I set those to like that, that might be a little bit better. So we'll grab that, try this, and see if this does anything. Oh, damn it. Why? Why have you done this? Why have you done this? Oh, that's really upsetting. But I'm going to have to change the angle of this and maybe make that about, maybe not quite there, maybe about there. And one other thing as well that I could potentially do to fix a few problems with this. Come on, you damn rocket. I think I want you about there. One other thing, I could try and tilt these wings as well. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, this is new because I'd like just to have an Aerobee here. If I had an Aerobee on here and I had this, I could be able to do this just fine. I'll be able to do it, but no, this is This is less than ideal. We're overburning that stage slightly as well, which is never ever good. And I don't know why the ORM keeps running out of vapor or whatever. Vapor in fuel lines, like why it's not sufficiently ullaged, even though it has been running the entire time. It's weird, so we're going to simulate this and try this again. Ifud, those last wings had too much drag. Any way to give them a better profile? I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm never very good with planes or anything like that. As soon as I can get rid of using wings, I'm happy. The AJ, it do. So I'm thinking about starting a new RSS career. My first ever time with RSS. How hard is it compared to stock? It's a lot harder. It's much harder, especially if you're doing RO and all of that, which, to be honest, you really should be doing with RSS, unless you use Smurf. But everything is 10 times bigger. You've got ullage, you've got loads of different fuels, which don't really matter. Kind of like, you kind of fall into learning the Kerolog's good first stage, Hydrolog's good upper stage, Hypergolic's good long-term solution. Basically, if you want to land something far away, use Hypergolics, or you can use Hydrologs with a very large amount of multi-layer insulation and stuff like that. It's simple. It's more complicated than that, but you know. Anyway, we're going to launch this, and if this doesn't, well, it's not going to work. It definitely won't work. I'm fairly sure I've not done enough to it, but oh well. We'll try and try again, and keep trying and try until I fall over on the floor and start crying. It's not going very well. More aerodynamic shape, less right angle, and the rocket surface to the fins. Hello, R4 Gaming. Welcome to the stream. So more aerodynamic shape, so less right angle from the rocket. So what? Kind of like how I had it before, because they were more spread like this before. Because these have obviously got a fair bit. Like, what the? Well, that is already a sign of things to come. We're going to revert to the vehicle assembly building and work on this again. I am getting frustrated with this sounding rocket now. Is there any futuristic spelling not great sorry mods for RO? Not particularly. There are there's a few things from near future that do work, but they're not really any of the really futuristic stuff. I'm going to make that go up to 0.5, and we'll just get straight back out again. Let's do this. Let's get it done. I want the proof of concept before I finish the stream today. More triangular. It's hard to explain in chat. I'm going to try this once more, and then I'll try something a little bit different. But yeah, no, there's not really any futuristic mods for RO as it stands. Probably won't be for a while. It's because RP-1 generally is just... It's up to the moon. I spoke about this before. It's up to the moon, maybe doing some space station stuff, but like at the very most going to Mars with a crewed Mars. But beyond that, it's not really, it's not got that much interest in it, which is a shame because I really like doing all of the more futuristic-y stuff. Anyway, 755,000th time is the charm. We're going to launch this, and hopefully the friggin' wings don't blast off whilst we're on our way up, because I am fed up of seeing the Big E just fail. It's supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread, but no, it's going very badly, and we're not spinning at all at the moment, which is probably not a good indication of how this is going to go, but oh well. Attempt number 55112512 indeed. Is this the upper thing? Is the upper fins tilted right? They're not tilted at all. I increased the mass on those, and what on earth? They're supersonic friggin' wings. Why? I am getting very upset about this rocket right now. Spin motors. All of the spin stuff is American. I can't use it. You sort of have to start doing your own thing at some point, because yeah, post-Apollo applications program, there's not too much, but that's when you invent your own thing. Which is kind of what I'm doing with the next millennia, just doing like building bases and all of that kind of stuff. Right, I'm going to set these back up to what they originally were, which I think was 0.7. It's going to raise the... Yeah, I think with this being at 0.7, which might make them a little bit better. However, we've now got only 5,608 meters per second, which is almost certainly not enough. But I'm just going to keep throwing this out there, because... Yeah, I'm going to try once more, and then I'm going to give up on this idea for now, and then I'll probably have a look and see if there's anything else that I can do. But I'm getting frustrated, and it's not going very well. I don't like it. I don't like it. It shouldn't be doing this. Cracking. Yeah, increase the angle on the top wings and increase the strength ratio to 0.9. I think I'm going to have to try something completely different anyway, Calvin. I probably will increase the angle. I'll do that, but the problem is, if I increase the mass on those, we're not getting enough delta V as is. I just want to see if this works. I'm just going to fast forward it. I'm going to time warp ahead. And yeah, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting very frustrated. 0.7 is actually sort of low for that sort of speed. I suppose the RD100, we are going off, like our thrust to weight ratio by this point is 3.12. But these have got a very, very, very small mass ratio, although to be fair, the wings are a lot bigger. They are much, much, much bigger. At least we're not overheating right now. We are supersonic. We're like Mach 2.5 at the moment, or maybe getting close to 3. There we go. This is going a little bit better. But now it's just all dependent on whether this works, and I still think we've not got anywhere near enough delta V to get us down the range that we need to go, and we are starting to tilt in a really weird direction yet again. I don't understand why we're now going backwards. There we go. Well, we're going to fire this, and that means we are going this way. I suppose this way is better than going that way. This might do us a little bit better, but we are going to start spinning a little bit wonkily, and I think, yeah, no, this isn't going to get downrange. This isn't going to get the downrange distance that I so require for this contract. I think, yeah, we'll go... Where is it? Flight recorder. I've lost it. We are currently only 100 kilometers downrange. This is going to burn for another 150 seconds, but we are burning very, very slowly, and we'll see. Just bomb Cape Curse Canaveral for a nice palate cleanser. We might do that at some point. So good luck with your stream, Canassa. Do enjoy, Cat. All right, I'm going to head off and get 1 hour of rest before I need to finish my night shift till 7 in the morning. Ouch, that is quite painful. I hope that goes, yeah. That does not sound like an awful lot of fun. I hope that goes okay for you. This is doing better. We've not had any ullage issues with this yet, which I suppose is nice. We are spinning a little bit more out of control. We're getting quite high up, although not as high up as I would like. We're still going sort of downrange as well, but we're going completely the wrong way, which is not really adding an awful lot. Although that is... No, I don't think that's going to be 3,000 kilometers downrange. Definitely not. We've got another 25 seconds of burn left on this. We need to be kind of like around here. Yeah, that's a little bit too high. A little bit too lofty. But then any less than that... Oh, there we go. We fully burnt that. Any less than this, and it's just not going to go very well. Yeah, we're at our apogee. And we're only 700 kilometers, so this isn't long enough. We get about halfway there, which is a shame. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot that I'm gonna have to do on this to fix it, but I think with that, well, we're gonna go back to the vehicle assembly building, and I'm going to finish the stream there because I need to get away and start filming some Next Millennia and getting all of that done. Because otherwise I'm not going to have an episode out this week, and I'm just getting absolutely fed up of this thing. I might come into a different save and maybe have a look and see what I can do with Soviet engines, but yeah, this is a blind playthrough. It's a blind run. I'm doing this for the first time. I've never done just Russian engines. I've never used Principia, and I've not used the new RP-1, so there's going to be a lot of new things. There's probably going to be a lot of tears and frustration and me smacking my head, smacking my hands against the table and all of that kind of stuff. It's gonna be something different anyway. Canassa, fun fact, Canassa in our country represents a king. Ooh, very nice. Thanks for the stream, Carnessa. Yep, it's been very good. Thank you for everyone coming along and watching me do some very, very terrible sounding rockets. Yeah, there's a lot that I need to learn. There's a lot that I need to try and figure out in order to make this actually feasible. But it's been fun. It's been a good 3 hours almost. So yeah, thank you everyone that's come along. Thank you, and I will see you all later. But yeah, no, I have been Carnassa, and I will see you all later. There'll be a next Millennia episode out on Friday, hopefully. Anyway, with that, I dragged these outros on a little bit too much. In a bit. Bye.